The following content is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. You're listening to Lost on the Net.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Lost on the Net. Now, for today, we thankfully had no tech issues since the last episode. It seems like every episode starts out with some nightmare that I'm retelling. But no, not this time. Absolutely nothing's happened. I'm very thankful about that, so we're just going to go through the segments we're going to be talking about today. First, we're going to be talking about Darkside Phil, followed by Onlyusemeblade, then BossmanJack, Chibinekodemyx, Foodie Beauty, and then we actually have two mystery segments. As for mystery segment number one, it is... I don't even know how to explain this. So, all throughout 2025, I was keeping up with this one story. You could call it KiwiTuber community drama. And for the last episode, I wanted to cover this. I actually mentioned in the last episode, I remember. But again, that episode was like 4 hours long, so I couldn't really do it, especially with the deadline I gave myself. But it is essentially my favorite thing that happened throughout 2025. Now, as for mystery segment number two, we have two serial doxers that got doxed, and we're going to see how that turned out. I wonder who they could be. But moving forward, and we have Darkside Phil. Now, if you remember back fall 2025, DSP did an interview with Asmongold. This was after Asmongold made fun of Phil for his terrible Mario Kart gameplay. He was driving down the wrong side of the road. The Lakitu was literally in front of him saying, "You're going the wrong way." And Phil still kept going the wrong way. So Phil, drunk at 3 a.m. in his bed next to his wife, like something we're going to see in this episode too, he tweeted out, "Asmongold, come on stream with me, you bitch." And then they did their interview and everything seemed pretty good. Phil was saying, Asmongold, let's talk more. Well, on February 4th, Asmongold revealed that was not true. It was all part of his plan to troll Phil.
So I thought about an idea that I would do to a small streamer.
Uh-oh, what's he doing, Phil?
Every single day that they wore a hat.
I love how Phil is in the background of this too. There's no denying he's talking about Phil.
I would viewbot their stream for like another 200 viewers.
Do you think he viewbotted Phil?
The hat, I wouldn't. And I would also give money occasionally and donate the money. And so they start, like, you create this pattern, right? Where then they feel like they have to wear the hat all the time.
Asmon, you don't know who you're talking about. This is Phil. Phil's had goals where if you pay him enough money, he will put on a vest. And I think at one point there was like a cowboy hat. My personal favorite. Phil had these bubbles. I am not a children's entertainer. Meanwhile, if you give him enough money, he'll start blowing bubbles on stream. Phil is like a trained animal. I don't think Asmon could really train Phil more than he's trained himself.
And then slowly, as they wear the hat, and then now they're always wearing the hat, they make it part of their identity, and then you take the viewers away.
So in Street Fighter, there's one character called M. Bison. M. Bison wears a peak cap. And I'm not going to say Phil dressed up like he was a Nazi, but man, was it a terrible look.
And then you only give them the viewers when they don't wear the hat.
So that was Asmongold's plan with Phil. Essentially, I don't even know, is that gaslighting? Gave Phil a ladder temporarily, and then the moment Phil went back down, took it away. Well, Phil's chat, being the DSP detractors that they are, they let Phil know about this, and then he crashed out on stream. Now, this clip here comes from the farms.
No one gives a fuck about drama. Why?
Uh-oh.
Ask the internet.
Yes, they do.
Why are you all such fucking sissy babies?
Why are you all such sissy babies?
Why are you all little bitches? Every one of you that's into drama is a bitch.
Phil is getting this mad over Asmongold saying, yeah, I was just seeing what was going to happen.
Street Fighter today, it's incredibly frustrating trying to do this. Okay?
Yeah, I'm sure it's real frustrating, Phil. Sitting down playing video games all day, talking to your chat.
It is. It's awful. Because it's hot in here and the game lags online.
It's hot in here.
I'm not good with.
Get a fan. Phil, turn on the AC in another room and leave the door open. It's hot in here. Take off the sweater. Put a t-shirt on.
Then I'm trying to level them up. And every little bitch in the chat, drama. No one fucking cares.
Oh, but they do.
Okay, nobody. Literally no one cares.
Phil, if it wasn't for drama, Phil, you would have no viewers. The detractors, it's like a symbiotic relationship. Phil makes content. Detractors make fun of it. That brings more eyes onto Phil. And I know there are DSP restreams out there, but a lot of people end up watching Phil, like on his own channel.
You little insignificant bugs. You little shitbags out there. Drama. No one fucking cares. All I want to do is play games and have fun on my streams with my audience, and I gotta have these idiots coming, spamming the chat the entire time. Like, come the fuck on. Can you grow the fuck up?
Can you grow up, says the man sitting in front of a Lego Mario, what is it, the Pac-Man ghosts, and some TV that just plays little clips of video games.
Don't care. How about this? The more you bother me, the less I'll react to it.
Oh, that's not true, Phil. You're going to react to it regardless.
About that. The more that you bring it up, the less you'll get.
If they didn't bring this up, you would not have this crash out.
The Street Fighter 6 stream with drama, I would have actually cared to look at it, react to it, and give a damn. But
no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
You're a bunch of little incessant children acting like idiots, pulling at my leg when I'm trying to play fucking Street Fighter.
Yeah, guys, I'm trying to play Street Fighter right now.
Drama. Go climb up a fucking tree.
What? Have you ever heard that insult in your life? Go climb up a tree. I don't think I have. That's the first time I've ever heard it.
Get away from me. Seriously.
Get away from me.
No one cares.
Well, considering a lot of people are talking about that crash out, Phil, I think a lot of people care. I mean, Phil went on the Kino Casino. What's that? A drama show. He streamed with Ralph. Ralph has been involved in a lot of drama before, too. If it wasn't for the drama, I don't think Phil would have many viewers, like, at all. Now, that was not it for DSP. On February 13th, he did something I couldn't believe. Phil, 2 a.m., his time, drunk in bed, laying next to his wife, called Wings of Redemption, who was streaming. Now, the only thing I thought was a little surprising about this is Wingo will go live like 3, 4, 5 a.m. in the morning just playing Dark Souls. So maybe Phil was up a little bit later. I don't know.
So, dude, how you doing, man?
Could you imagine? You're streaming, I don't know, what's he playing? Arc Raiders, Red Sec, whatever he's playing. You're playing this late at night, and you get a drunk call from a guy you streamed with 4 months ago, saying, yeah, I'm going to help you fix your life.
I mean, honest question. Like, how are you doing? Because...
How you doing, buddy?
I only see you from, like, a weird perspective of, I don't watch your content all the time. And I interviewed you a couple months ago, or a few months ago now.
Look how confused Wingo is.
Genuinely, I mean that. Like,
I've gave up soda at this point, and I'm kind of...
That's good, Wingo.
Like, I've not seen the numbers on the scale to reflect me giving up soda. And like every time I talk about it in the chat, it sucks because everybody becomes a nutritionist and everybody tells you how to do something the best way to do it. You probably deal with the same thing in your chat.
Honestly, Wingo, the best way for you to lose weight, probably get a standing desk, maybe do 20-minute walks. Ask Keemstar if you can go onto Fat Camp. Now, I know he said, Fat Camp was the worst part of my life. It cost me money to go. Or maybe he could say, hey, Kyle, PKA, let's do FPS Boot Camp 2. I think it's like 10 years now that happened. Maybe a little bit more, but he could absolutely lose the weight doing that.
You're in the same situation I was in, like, maybe, let me think. 7, 8 years ago. Because I got to the point where I was making videos on games every single day. And I was pumping them out at such a rapid pace, like covering, I could beat a game in like 2 days.
Phil.
Right?
Phil has complained, yeah, I used to make videos for Machinima, but the problem was I had to edit them into 10-minute increments and then upload them. And Machinima had the audacity to say, hey, Phil, you're supposed to put our logo in your contract. And Phil was complaining, saying, no, I'm not going to do that.
And everyone knew me as Mr. YouTube, the guy who could beat a game.
Mr. YouTube. Mr. YouTube.
Flock to DSP videos because he can beat the game so quick and then we can, get a fast opinion on it. It killed me. Like, I just didn't care anymore about what I was doing. And then when I became a live streamer.
Another thing Phil used to say, oh, well, I had to rearrange the camcorder so that way I perfectly got the screen. Sometimes I would be playing the game, and because the light changed, I would have to go to that camera and rearrange it. Also, he could get a capture card 5 years after it became the standard.
I mean, like people say, go get a job. I want to go get a job.
I want to go get a job. There is nothing stopping you. Well, okay, so I guess he is pretty big, so many jobs Wingo will not be able to do. But Wings could still absolutely go work at an office, maybe get a governmental job. I don't know. I'm sure he's disabled at the size he is. But the problem with getting a job, if you're being Wingo, he does not want to have a boss.
Like, I'd love to be able to get up and be able to stand 8 hours a day and just go work and make money and not have to do this. I'd love to.
You can't.
I can't. I'm stuck.
Dude,
you can't. DSP just flat out says, you can't get a job.
There's no way you could do that.
There's no way you could do that.
I'm trying to lose weight right now. It's like I want the weight to come off so I can go get a fucking job.
For me, right now, everyone says, go get a job. I'm like, well, you're retarded because if I get a job, I'm going to make way less than I'm making right now. You're an idiot. But I could walk out of my door right now and go apply for a ton of jobs and I get them because
I love this part.
175 pounds.
I paused that at a great moment. He flat says to Wings, yeah, you can't get a job. I can get a job. I'm 170 pounds. You're 500 pounds. I definitely think Wings and DSP would both have issues, though, just considering their lack of work history in the past 20 years. So Wings has been doing this full time since, I think it's 2009, 2010, and DSP has been doing this since, 2011, I think. So that gap in their work history will absolutely kill them.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
All right, I totally get that. And that's, that's something that's a huge added
Well, there's
weight.
also
Did you hear how he said huge? Yeah, something there's huge, DSP.
there's also the other weight of like, and you have this too.
The other way.
No matter what job you get, if somebody notices you, you've lost that job the day that somebody notices you.
If I walked into a corner store and I saw Wingo behind the counter, I would be in absolute shock.
That's right. And these people will never let us get a normal job. If they can find out where we work, they're going to try to mess with us because that's another win for them. That's another video for them. That's another, another adrenaline or endorphin, another endorphin rush for them that they hurt.
I want you to remember, DSP is laying in bed
right?
next to his wife who is sleeping right
dude.
now.
I totally hear that. All right. You say you do gig work. I bet you help your wife doing gig work. You don't do gig work.
Yeah, I bet you don't do it. I bet you just help your wife. DSP is just coming in here, making fun of Wings, saying, yeah, I don't believe you're actually doing anything.
Yourself. You help your wife do
Look at
gig
Wings.
work. I get that.
His eyes just went down like, what?
No, that's not true. Like, I do gig work, and sometimes we do it together. But like, I do it myself. Like, I'm physically capable of driving a car, and
I'm physically capable of driving a car. Wings, that is such a low bar. How fat do you honestly have to be that you can't drive? I mean, the only people I think can't drive a car are people who have something going on in their head. Maybe they're old, and people who are blind. Everyone else, no problem.
like getting in and out of a car, like because you're sitting down most of the job. Like you literally like you go to Walmart and they put the groceries in the back seat, and you just drive and put the groceries on the porch.
That's good to hear. I'm actually happy to hear that. You can at least do something.
And I do that.
I'm happy to hear that you can at least do something. I don't know why Wings is putting up with it.
I do that more as just to be active because I hate this.
I doubt, dude, to be honest, I doubt that you could do it enough to make a ton of money, right?
It makes money, but it's not something you'd live off of. I would hate to live off of.
Does Phil think this is actually good advice? Yeah, I doubt you could do it. Like, just coming in, throwing in shade, and Wings for some reason is just entertaining it.
And the reason a lot of people make fun of me is they say,
I believe it.
You're talking about working out. You're talking about getting healthy. What a joke. We don't believe you. And then they look at me on camera. It's like, oh, God, he's skinny. Yeah, of course I'm skinny.
I wouldn't call him skinny, but Phil definitely did lose weight.
For a reason, because I want to live longer for my wife. My wife is asleep next to me in the bed, okay?
How inconsiderate do you have to be laying down in bed, drunk, at 2 or 3 in the morning, next to your wife, talking to another man? I don't know about you, if I was in Phil's situation, I think I would get out of bed, go into my streaming room, and just talk like that. But no, he has to risk waking her up.
Seriously. But she sleeps with noise-canceling stuff on because our neighbors...
Spoiler alert, that's not enough.
That's another story for another day. Okay, but I can like just do random stuff at night, not loud, but calm stuff. I see what you're going through. It's very similar to things that I've been through or am going through, and I know how painful it is. I know how stressful it is. And
okay, Phil, I'm going to be straight up with you right now. What you have gone through is absolutely nothing compared to what happens with Wings. I forget what year this was. I think it was like 2020. Anytime there was a tragedy in the world, people would report Wings as somebody who died in it. I think it was Russia Today or some sort of Russian media. They reported Wings as being an Afghani, reporter who straight up got killed. And they literally aired it on the news. Some guy working at a hardware store took a video of Wings he filmed with his phone off the CCTV camera, and he edited that with the PKA FPS boot camp of him running, and spliced that in with a news report, making it look like Wings robbed a store. I think one time, Wings actually got 100 pillows sent to his house. Phil, nothing that has happened to you is even remotely close.
to me, to see you go through this same shit is like, man, I wish I could help him because I've been through that. And here we go. You're
like, realistically, where I want to go in the future with this is like, I was kind of hoping to transfer this over to like being segment wise. Like the root cause is like,
watch out, Asmongold.
Cast on like Friday, and then like Thursday do like a Dark Souls stream with Kelly and like.
Oh, could you imagine if Wingo and DSP did a podcast like this? It would get no views whatsoever.
Like, segmented so like it's different things, but it's more planned out.
The content that I put on the internet, I want it to feel like it's something that someone can watch today, 10 days from today, 10 weeks from today, 10
that
years
is not
from today,
possible.
and be like, it's positive content, it's fun, it's gaming. Or
okay, so I have watched a lot of Darkside Phil in my time making videos and doing these. Phil's stuff is absolutely unwatchable. If you go to his level 1 podcast, it usually gets less than 1,000 views. And you can't watch it 10 years from now because it's not talking about something going on. He's saying, oh, well, in my last show, we played this game and this happened. And in my next show, we're going to be playing this game. And hopefully this is what's going to happen. If you watch it in 10 years, unless you're willing to go through the entire archive, there's nothing you can learn from it.
Or whatever. It's a podcast. It's something that can be fun no matter what.
She makes like video content of old games like
I'm sorry,
Juggernaut.
baby.
Oh, Phil woke up cat. I know I mentioned this earlier. How do you do this? How do you call somebody laying in bed next to somebody and not think you're going to wake them up?
These conversations, can you please let me know?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I am. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, baby.
Guys.
I gotta feel in trouble.
Yeah.
No, Wingo, you did not. You are innocent in this case. Phil got Phil in trouble.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My wife wants to go to sleep. I'm sorry, guys.
Honestly, that was not a fun conversation. The amount I'm going to end up cutting out from this recording, probably going to be most of it, because it was terrible. It was unlistenable. Phil wasn't entertaining. He didn't have any energy, obviously. I mean, he was in bed, but it was just, what do you want to do? I've been in your position. You're too fat to get a job. Honestly, I'm going to say right now, the best part about that call was him waking up Kat, and that wasn't even that good. It was, Now, that could have been it for Phil, but on the 17th, he did one of his best streams ever. I'm not even joking. Phil decided he was going to play the Virtual Boy since it came out on Nintendo Switch 2. But how did he play it? Did Phil use an emulator? No. Did he put the camera right up to the Virtual Boy? That didn't happen either. Phil did what's been actually called a Let's Play for the Blind.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is February 17th, 2026, a day that will live in history.
Oh, you better believe this will actually live in history.
And today is the official re-release of the Virtual Boy from Nintendo. Now, all right.
Now,
my eye exam begins. Let me move my mic a little bit so you can hear me. Okay.
I hope you like what you're looking at, because this is the entire bit of Phil playing Virtual Boy.
So here's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, Let's Play for the Blind.
It's Mario and Luigi standing on your side of the court with their backs to you.
This is unbelievable.
And then in the background, you've got Donkey Kong and Yoshi. In the background, also...
What am I supposed to say to this? Again, it's a Let's Play for the Blind. He's just describing what he's looking at.
There's the Mushroom Kingdom, and then there's a sign. It's got Lakitu holding a sign that says Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, and Donkey, and their score, okay? Wario was in a plane. His hand was 3D doing a thumb up, and then the propeller was 3D. Like, a bunch of stuff on the screen was all 3D and at different levels on the screen.
I want you to think about this. Mr. YouTube, as he described himself, here he is, doing this. Now, I don't know about you. If I was going to do this myself, I'd probably, try it out. But no, Phil has to do everything on stream. I think it was one time, he was doing a Minecraft stream, and he was installing the mods on stream. Phil, you gotta do a little prep.
Okay.
This was probably DSP's biggest moment all year. Bigger than the Asmongold, bigger than calling Wingo at 3 a.m. drunk next to his wife. People were talking about it everywhere. And so Phil saw this, and he decided he was going to respond.
What has Nintendo been doing recently?
Oh, this clip has absolutely nothing to do with the Virtual Boy, but I thought it was pretty funny.
They're turning all their IPs into movies.
Yes, they are.
Like Disney has done.
What do you mean like Disney has done, Phil? Last time I checked, Disney starts out making movies. I guess the best he's gonna say is, Oh, well, Disneyland's rides, they're turning that into movies, but this is not even remotely similar, Phil.
They're starting to open theme parks of Mario and Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Like Disney runs. So what's next? The Nintendo Cruise Line?
I would go on that.
I wouldn't be surprised. The way that Nintendo is going, they are trying to take products out of the hands of the common user, price them out to the point where they are just way exorbitantly expensive.
I agree with you, Phil. Stuff like Labo, where they're selling cardboard for $40, is way too expensive. But I have no issue with Nintendo making theme parks. Mario Land at Universal looks absolutely amazing. That new Pokemon one they made looks really good too. I'd go to that. What is he complaining about?
They don't have much use, but hey, you're in the know, you're a collector, and you
don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it, Phil. You can say, oh, I don't want that.
Now you could show it off on stream, and that's what it is. Nintendo actually thinks you're going to pay a premium for everything they do.
You did.
Even
you
if there's
paid for
value
it.
Or not, because they're no longer the affordable, family-friendly company. And I tried.
Nintendo was never an affordable company. I think the closest they ever were to that was when they sold the Game Boy for, I think it was $89 when it came out, and the GameCube, they ended up dropping the price to $100 for the game. But again, Phil, they were never affordable. If you look to go get a first-party Nintendo game used from 20 years ago, it has pretty much the exact same price, if not more, than what they sold it for at the time. One time, I went to go buy Super Mario Sunshine. It was 60 Canadian dollars. And I think I bought that 4 or 5 years ago, so the price has probably gone up.
As best as I could to verbally describe everything that I was seeing. I told you how I felt. I told you about...
Oh yeah, I did my best. I just didn't try it out before the stream.
Some people found it absolutely fascinating.
It was fascinating.
Some thought that it was funny as shit. There's not much I can do. I literally couldn't show you the gameplay.
Yes, you could, Phil. You could have played it on an emulator. I get that's not the Virtual Boy experience, but come on, you had to have known that was not a good idea.
Now, someone did actually find a website that emulates the games of the Virtual Boy, and you can play them in a browser. So one day, if we actually just want to see the game...
Whoa, somebody discovered emulation, Phil?
The whole point was for me to be experiencing the whole 3D aspect of the Virtual Boy with you, so that I was getting the whole...
Why does he move his hands like... Oh, wait, he's Italian.
So yeah, for an hour, I basically talked you through Virtual Boy, and it certainly wasn't the most entertaining or fascinating thing ever done because it was stupid. All right, admittedly, okay? It was still a good stream. It didn't do poorly, but it also didn't excel. It was kind of like in the middle of the road with how it went when it came to support, engagement.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the only thing that matters is the support. If Phil's not making money, it's out of there.
It was huge. Like, that stream actually had great views because people were curious about what was
I believe that. I believe that. Again, it's the biggest thing you have done in forever.
Now,
I thought that might have been it for Phil's February, but no, on the 23rd, he would then somehow mess up eating chicken tenders from Wendy's. I'm not joking when I say he found a way to mess up dipping it in the sauce.
Oh, you see, what they did is they gave you a hole in the box so you can do this.
Yeah, so that hole right there, you're actually supposed to open it up fully, flip the cardboard the other way, so that way you have the spot to put your chicken tenders and dip them in the sauce.
And you can then take your chicken and dip it into the sauce, and the sauce won't go everywhere. It stays.
How do you mess this up?
See that? Okay, but I will ask this. That's fine for your first tender. When you go for the next one, what happens?
Oh, it falls out.
Yo.
This is the same man who messed up making ramen noodles. So I don't think I need to explain to you how to make cup noodles, but you take some boiling water, you put it in the cup, and you close it with the spoon on top. Absolutely basic. I can't tell you what age I knew how to do it, but I think it was pretty intuitive as a child. Phil, in his late 20s or his 30s, he went to his Keurig, put water in that, left the top open, and then tried to eat it with a spoon. Messed up ramen mechanics.
Open it, and the sauce goes everywhere. Anyway, here's what the tenders look like.
Whoa, I've never seen those before, Phil.
They smell decent. Honestly, they smell pretty good.
Yeah, they're chicken tenders. Of course they're going to smell good. You could make them in the oven from those freezer bags, and they would still come out smelling great.
They don't seem over oiled. That's a problem with fast food chicken.
How is he pointing at it right now? And he still does not realize he put it in the wrong way.
And sometimes there's too much oil. It's bad oil. This smells pretty decent. So now, let's do what you're...
Okay, so now Phil is going to review the ranch dressing. I don't think I've ever met a person in my life that does not know what ranch tastes like. Now, if he had ordered from a pizza place and he said, Yeah, they've got this homemade ranch dressing. I'd say, okay, you know what? Maybe that's a bit more interesting, but industrialized, commercial ranch dressing, everyone knows what that tastes like. It all tastes the exact same.
Supposed to. Let's try different dipping sauces. Let's try it first. The creamy ranch, which we're probably going to taste in the wrap coming up. But
Again,
let's try
it's
it as a
ranch.
standalone sauce and see if it's any.
Wait, in the wrap. So that means Phil ordered the chicken tenders and a chicken wrap. I'm losing weight, guys.
good.
This is how you gave yourself gout, Phil.
It smells like regular ranch to me.
Yeah, I'm not
Nothing
surprised.
special about it. It is definitely creamy. It's a thick ranch. Well, we're going to finish our first tender with it.
Phil is just trying out every sauce with the same chicken tender.
Let's see how this is. Creamy ranch.
Shaking his head.
There is nothing
Wasn't Phil just complaining how hot it is in his room? And so now he's wearing a hoodie.
special whatsoever about that. It's incredibly typical ranch flavor.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Nothing
That's what I
good,
figured.
Nothing bad, just it is. So if you want ranch, you got your ranch. It's okay.
Oh, wow, Phil. All right, now that we have that DSP segment out of the way, we can get into the good one. Onlyusemeblade. I wanted to start the episode out with this one first, but unfortunately, we get off to a really good start. So what do you say we just jump into it? All right, so this stream is happening right when the Super Bowl is going on. The Seahawks versus the Patriots, I believe it was. Blade, living in Washington, big Seahawks state, he is wearing a Seahawks hoodie. This random guy's gonna walk up and say, "Yo, Seahawks, bump it, man," and just go to fist bump Blade. Let's see how Blade responds.
Well, give me some down.
Did you just say Chicago?
You're a black person.
You're a black person.
You assault us.
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
So what Blade just did is gonna enrage this man.
Come to weed down. I don't know if you've been drinking because I'm a black.
No, I've been drinking.
Well, you say I assault you. Don't come to me with that bullshit. But we'll tie this bitch up.
Oh, he's getting mad. That smile. Blade knows exactly what he's doing. Oh, I think I've said this before, but I cannot look at Jaeger the same way after watching Blade. It is a nightmare drink.
With that racist statement. That's a racist statement.
That's not racist, dude.
That's not racist.
What you want to do then?
I said hi, dude.
What you want to do then? Yeah, I'll knock your butt. I'll kill your bitch ass right now.
This guy gets right in Blade's face.
What are you doing, dude?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, you ain't heard that motherfucking racist statement he just made.
I didn't make a racist statement.
Yeah, so the guy knocked Blade's cigarette right out of his hand, left. And get this, it turns out that guy lives in Blade's building on the same floor as him.
What?
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it, homie.
Blade, don't taunt them.
You're gonna get a shot,
Yeah, you're gonna get a shot.
and he's ready to shoot us. The bad part. He pissed him off.
I just want a cigarette, dude. I don't care.
Blade needs to stop drinking once and for all. Once he turns into Lit Romney, like, that is how he's gonna die. I'm not even joking. He's gonna say something to somebody, and that's gonna be it. He's already had incidents. I don't know which RV it was, but he went on one RV. He said something to somebody they let on. He was a crazy person, and he pulled a knife out on Blade. One way or another, Jaeger is going to kill him. Now, unfortunately, the rest of that stream was not archived, but on the 13th, Blade did go live, and this is where we find out they're neighbors. They went in the same elevator together. I could not imagine how awkward that is.
The dude that was upset with me during Super Bowl lives on my floor.
That is insane.
And for whatever reason,
Oh yeah, another thing. Blade is getting kicked out of this place.
he came out around the same time I just did to go downstairs to go. He actually left. Went to go do some. I don't know.
Great story so far, Blade.
So apparently the angry dude, the reason why he was at the apartment complex is because he lives here.
Oh, could you imagine every time you walk out your door, you think you're going to see that
On
guy?
my floor. You can't make this shit up, dude.
No, you can't.
The fuck?
The fuck? Oh, sorry. So now Blade is going to get some Jaeger, or he's coming back from getting Jaeger. I'm not really sure. So we're going to meet his cab driver of the day, Egg Roll.
Think I did. I almost forgot my whole streaming shit. Don't say shit.
Don't say person.
I'm streaming on that. I'm live streaming, dude. We got 475,000 people.
No, you don't, you liar.
Say hi to them. Hi.
Oh, this poor cab driver is getting harassed.
Shit.
Ew.
How's your life been, homie?
This is why I could never do Uber. I would not be able to take care of somebody like Blade.
Good, nice.
I mean, it's one thing if it's some guy you're friends with, you know him, but some stranger, you never know what's gonna happen.
Egg roll.
Egg roll.
He is driving, dude. Sorry, you are driving. My chat is in tune with you, dude. You're like, he's driving, dude. Leave that dude alone, dude. He just wants
leave him, legit, leave him alone, Blade.
Thank you, dude.
He's not doing anything wrong. He's just driving people around, making some extra cash. And you are, he is gonna be talking to his friends about this. I was driving this guy who was beyond loaded, calling me egg roll, calling me person, saying, don't drive drunk, person.
I used to be poor.
You still are, Blade. I think Blade lives out of, what is it, a rucksack? Maybe not so much now that he lives with his mom, but soon that's going to be gone, because like I said, he's getting evicted.
Thank you so much for driving me, man. My chat loves you, dude. Man,
I don't know if the chat actually loved it. Do you want a sip of this?
It cures stupid.
No, it causes stupid.
Thank you so much. Okay.
What are some of the dumbest things Blade has ever done after drinking Jaeger? He made a Jaeger tree. Okay, I actually kind of like that one, I won't lie. He has peed himself on stream multiple times, almost gotten killed. One time, he literally drove drunk, streaming himself. I'm actually in shock he never got in trouble for that. I'm not even joking. He was blackout drunk, driving around, driving up to people, asking them if they had a lighter or a cigarette. And if they said no, just drop the N-bomb on them and drive away.
I would never drive drunk.
Oh, but you did.
On egg roll. Thank you, dude. Tip the tab. Hey,
tip the tab.
Please spam tip the tab.
Get out, Blade. Get out. Get out. This guy has no idea if he's about to get murdered or not.
Sorry. Thank you, dude. My bad.
Thank you, dude.
But I'll leave you, dude.
Yeah, Blade's so drunk he's having trouble getting out of the car.
Oh, what is that, dude?
How do you have trouble getting out of a car? Unless you're like parked right next to somebody and you gotta be careful opening the door, you know, put your hand in between the door and the other car, just so that way you don't like accidentally hit it. But no, Blade's just having trouble getting out.
I got big B, egg roll, calm down.
What is he even saying?
Don't think of me less, egg roll. Love you, egg roll. Till we meet again, friendo.
Friendo. Blade did a few more streams, but unfortunately they weren't really archived. But on the 28th, he actually gave us the toe update. Spoiler alert, he lost them.
What happened to the toes?
What happened to the toes?
During your year break?
Yes, they did.
I'ma drink that Jaeger till I'm freaking dead.
So Blade broke his foot, and he was told it's either the foot, the leg, or the toes.
Show us the stump. Show.
Okay, well, during the fucking poetic part about it is, yeah,
I lost my toes.
My year off from drinking, I got an infection in my foot, and the years of abuse of my body, I lost my toes, dude.
I lost me toes. That Only Use Me Blade song, Only Lose Me Leg, it came true. People have been telling him this for years. I remember there was this old stream. Blade was at the Ice Poseidon house, and he was sitting right next to Blade. He had taken this girl, I don't even know what her name was, but he had taken this girl's jacket, and he had peed on it. And so he did not want to get up, because if he got up, everyone would know he peed his pants. And I remember this woman just saying to Blade, "You're gonna die, Blade. You are going to die." And people have been telling him he was going to lose his foot for years, too. He had holes in his leg, holes in his foot. There's another video on one of the RV trips. Somebody's pouring Jaeger into his leg holes. How he did not get that way. I guess I understand this happened while he was not drinking. But man, Blade, you should have stopped years prior. And you know what they say? The second best time to stop is right now.
So, I tried to hide it.
He did a good job, I won't lie.
But
I mean, how hard, though, is it to hide that you lost your toes? Just wear shoes.
Still got my foot, and
don't go swimming.
Not proud of it, dude.
I don't blame him.
I'm actually super fucking embarrassed by it.
I would too.
Get real, I'm actually super duper embarrassed by it, dude.
Blade said he has phantom limb syndrome in his toes. He has phantom toes.
Part of the reason. So I'm not.
Oh, there's an ambulance going on outside. I hope that's not getting picked up.
Another RV. But one of the main reasons why I was on that tip, was because I didn't want anybody to know. Like when I'm wearing shoes,
no one will ever know.
You can't really tell, but not too late to do something now. Yeah, so I'm not crying, dude.
Ayo, person.
Drinking ever thought about that, bucko?
Well, the fucked up part about it is, dude, is I actually lost it when I wasn't drinking. So, yeah, a few toes would never bring down the hype. But yeah. No, I'll admit it. It's probably retarded to tell my community that I'm embarrassed by something because of how retarded I get and the shit I put out there. But yeah, that's something I'm embarrassed by, dude. It's not hype. It's not cool. It's bad. And it's been like it literally happened about, I don't know, 6-7 months ago. And I've been trying to hide it because I'm embarrassed by it. And yeah, the only people that knew about it are like close friends and like family members, and now the internet. So it's bound to happen. It's bound to, like, it's impossible not to show that.
Oh, here it comes. We're about to get to see the stump. This is one of the most iconic Blade pictures I can ever think of. Not this one where he's laying down on the bed, showing it off. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Oh, you can see he's got a leg hole right where his ankle is. Blade, come on, buddy.
There you go.
Blade, you can't even keep your leg up for that long. You got... Do something. Do what DSP did.
It's no joke, bros. So, yeah. So now that we got that out of the way, dude, it is what it is. It's
Jaeger time.
Don't be retarded like me. Because it's really stupid, dude. I started noticing blood in my socks.
Oh, could you imagine finding blood in your socks? That would sketch me out so badly.
And my mom was like, go in. Like, now. And I was like, alright, go in. And then, like, you got a fucking... At the time, I had, like, a bone infection in there. Ew.
It's like...
Hospital. Basically saying, hey, yeah, we're gonna chop off the toes. I'm like, whoa, bro, don't chop my toes.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same thing. If they wanted to get rid of anything on my body, I would not want to lose it. But, again, if it's down to the foot and the leg... I'd probably lose the toes, too.
So I'm holding on to these bitches. A bone clinks infection. And then, no, they're like, nope, we need to, we got to take this off, and then you just won't have toes, but you have a foot, you're good. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. They're like, okay, well, if you don't want to do that, then we're just going to take the whole fucking, the foot or the leg off. I'm like, well, I definitely want to do that. So... This might be the last drunk stream you've ever seen from...
Oh, that is not true, and we all know it. This might be the last drunk stream, dude. No, Blade, you are going to keep doing this. And it's very unfortunate, because a lot of people do really want to see Blade do better, but he's kind of stuck. If he does not do these drinking streams, he will not make any money.
Easy Blade, dude. So fire sales are 50. Fuck you.
What do you even say to that? Dude used to be at the top of YouTube. If he did not do those drunk streams, he would legit be Keemstar's right-hand man right now. I'm not even joking. They were best friends, but unfortunately, Blade chose the alcohol over everything else, and that led to him being in the position he is today. Now, thankfully, this was not all bad, because Blade then decided he was going to drunk call Chicken Andy. Now, to my knowledge, they have not spoken in years, so let's... And also, I want to say this. Chicken Andy, is probably the closest thing Blade had to a friend on the RVs. You could tell when they were talking, messing around, they were actually like pretty close. And Chicken Andy is actually shocked that Blade lost his toes.
What up, buddy? Hey, what up, dude? Hey, sorry for not answering your call, dude. I wasn't trying to be a part of your content. What up, dude?
Come on, Blade.
Hey, dude. It's been a long time, man.
Yeah.
How are you
doing? Good. How you doing, dude?
Oh, I want to hear Chicken Andy.
Well, I gotta do a triple, dude. Calm down, person.
One out for the toes.
Sorry, dude. Are you streaming right now?
Yeah. Are you?
I'm streaming.
Oh, I wish I clipped Chicken Andy's stream.
I stream drunk on the kick. I stream drunk on the YouTube.
Oh shit, nice. That's what you always wanted to do.
Yep. Yeah.
Blade, how do you know this is a triple? You're not measuring at all.
YouTube right now, dude.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey, dude. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for like saying I would never be in an RV, but like I'll try to keep it a secret. But
I lost my toes, dude. What?
Wait, what?
I didn't want people to know that I lost my toes, dude. But I went on a trip and I left my.
Could you imagine getting a phone call like this? Some guy you have lived with for years, or yeah, somewhere between months to years, just calling you saying, yeah, I lost my toes, dude.
My toes in Denmark.
That's not true. You lost them in America.
You lost your toes in Denmark?
Yeah. Bjorn has my toes, dude.
Dude, you gotta figure it out, dude.
Well, Bjorn's being a little bitch, dude, and he won't give my toes back. So now I'm a stumpy.
I'm a stumpy.
Fuck. How did you lose your toes?
I do not know how it took this long for Blade to announce he lost his toes. When he's lit Romney, he will say literally anything.
Go. Call him a hard R. Make
Bjorn,
his
dude.
wife apologize for grabbing your extra chins.
What
Show her your stump. 77777777777777777778.
What are you talking about, dude?
It's the same toes you lost that you had the holes on.
Dude, I'm fucking super embarrassed by this shit, dude. And like, I really think of you more as a coworker that you want to make some content for me losing my toes, dude. This is serious, dude.
This is serious.
I'm genuinely asking, is it the same foot?
Same foot as what?
From
How do you not remember, Blade?
toe hole.
Would it be the other foot, dude? What are you talking about?
What the Blade?
Was it your right foot or your left foot you had a toe hole?
Right foot, person.
Person?
And what toes did you lose? Your right foot toes?
I'm more of a, I'm fine.
What? Blade is so drunk, he can't tell his left from his right. I don't know if I lost my toes from my left foot or my right foot, so I think I'm 5 toes up, person.
5 toes up, more than a 5 toes down kind of positive person, dude.
777777777777.
Oh my lord. Why do people donate like this? Just saying 77777. I want to hear what's going on.
77777777777777777777.
I donated them. That's the best way to look at it, dude.
Could you imagine if you got donated Blade's toes? I don't even know how that would work. It would be like a curse, you know?
I'm gonna get some water, dude. I need you to figure it out, dude. Get some water.
Keep the bones?
Did you keep the bones?
Person. I'm not a fucking piece of meat, person.
Did you keep the bones? No, I've never lost a limb or a body part, but you know what? If I did lose something, I probably would not want to keep the bones.
I don't say the N-word ever again. Person.
I don't. Oh, that's not true. You were gonna say it.
God damn, bro.
Come on, Blade. Who's the weirdo?
Water up in this bitch.
Hello.
Sorry that I hung up on you.
It's okay. I miss you, Blade.
Me too. I miss me too.
You miss your toes?
I miss all of them, dude.
Oh, I would too. I would miss.
Is it harder to
Every time I looked at my foot, I would say, man, what have I done?
walk?
No.
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 Well, do you have to buy a different shoe size, or how does that work?
No, I still got them same 13 inches that I'll be stepping on them.
Okay, so to answer Chicken Andy's question, no, Blade just buys regular shoes and he's got a special insert that he puts into them.
Dude, what's up with the fire sale person? Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude.
Is he trying to get Chicken Andy to donate?
I'm sorry. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm super lit, dude. And, oh shit. Do you know about the toe cam?
Oh yeah, Blade got a toe cam.
I got a toe cam. I got 375 people watching my toes twinkle. Twinkle.
Would you call it a toe cam or a nub cam? And how did 375 people all say, yeah, I want to watch this over Blade's face?
Twinkle.
Your nub?
My nub, dude. Yeah, dude, I fucked around and lost my toes, dude. For the content.
Man, I'm sorry.
I know, dude. I'm super embarrassed. You know I lost them like 7 months ago when I wasn't drinking?
That's fucked up.
Oh, DoorDash.
I agree.
You're poor.
You're poor, person.
What up, DoorDash?
I think it's the exact opposite, though, Blade. I think Chicken Andy is the one less poor.
Andy. Don't beat me up, dude. Sorry, dude. I got another call.
It's okay. I forgive you, man.
Yeah.
Well, I have an RV.
Do
I
it,
know you
Blade.
have an RV.
Okay, so if Blade is getting kicked out of this place, he might actually take Chicken Andy up on that offer and hop on the RV. For Blade's sake, I want to say, do not even think about it. That will actually kill you. But on a content level, oh, that would be good.
And you know the reason why I've been all like, I won't be out on Chicken Andy's RV? Because I didn't want to get exposed that I lost my toes, dude.
Well, now the secret's out there, you can.
Figure it out, dude. Ew.
Ew.
Hey, W Blade.
No.
Don't worry, I won't film your toes.
You probably will, dude.
You probably can't, considering they're who knows where.
You don't have any.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rich person here, how much do I
why does
need
it fuck
to
me,
donate
dude?
to show us
Like,
the
what are you
toast
talking about, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, the frothy Jaeger of litness.
Frothy Jaeger of
Solves
litness.
everything, person. Let's go, dude.
It has not solved anything, Blade. I would say, in fact, is probably the cause of all your problems in life. And I want to say this too, frothy. When I think of Jaeger, it's like syrupy.
The frothy Jaegerness. God damn it, dude.
Oh, Blade is always a treat to watch, I swear. And I won't lie, I want to see him not drink, but when he does his GTA streams, Call of Duty, I don't watch those. But when he's live and he's lit, I will click on that link as fast as I humanly can. I really don't know where he's going to go after this. I don't think he could get his own place. There's no way he has that much money saved up. So maybe he's going to live with a bunch of other people, join a streamer house. You know, he could probably get on Fish Tank. But besides that, I don't really see a path forward for Blade. I really don't. But unfortunately, that's it for our Blade segment, and we're going to be moving on to BossmanJack. Now, if you remember, BossmanJack went to rehab a few months ago. We've gotten a few snippets of him, but that's been pretty much it. But in February, he got a day pass and let us know he was coming out real soon.
Oh, so court went great.
Court went great.
Fantastic.
He's been sober for 4 months.
I have another court. My court hearing is on the 12th. So I go to court on the 12th. And that's after I finish the rehab I'm in now. I finish on the 10th. So I think that means I get to come home on the 10th. I think so. I'm pretty sure, dude. I'm pretty sure. I think I get to come home on the 10th. And then I'll get probation. But that's best case scenario. I can't.
Spoiler alert, he got the best case scenario.
I did get a day pass. But, you know, I want to be, like, you know, on good terms and all that, like, fully. I thought yesterday was 4 months, but actually today is 4 months clean. I got arrested on the 2nd, and I was getting high that day. So today is actually my 4 months clean today. So
BossmanJack has been arrested for doing crack like 10 times. I really do not understand how he keeps getting out. He'll go to rehab, get clean for a month or two, and then immediately start smoking crack the moment he gets out.
4 months motherfucking clean. Your boy is clean and sober. Okay, anyways, like I said, I can't stream for a very long time. I do have to get back to rehab, so I'd mention that to you guys. Maybe 30 minutes.
Oh, he streamed a lot longer than 30 minutes.
Log into Shuffle real quick.
Oh, yeah. So he gets out of rehab, and his first idea is, yeah, I'm going to start gambling again. While he was in rehab for that Seahawks game, He bet $500 on the losing team somehow in rehab. Again, this is the same man who somehow streamed himself on Microsoft Teams gambling. A lot of people say, oh, I want to stop drinking, I want to stop smoking pot, I don't know, I want to stop drinking coffee, or less coffee. Bossman has associated crack smoking and gambling together for so long, he cannot do one without the other.
I got day pass. You want to say hi to Mom or no? You want to say hi to him real quick? No? Why not? Please? Everyone. No, we're not going to be on the stream.
Yeah, we're not going to be on the stream.
Oh. You turn that off. Dad!
Oh, listen to Bossman Alpha, his dad.
Hey, Dad, lighten up, buddy.
Lighten up, buddy. Lighten up, pal. Oh, if BossmanJack was my kid, I would be fed up with this. All the screaming, going in and out of court, having to deal with all this. I get they love him and they want to see him, like, get better, but holy, at what point do you say, I don't know, we're going to give you 6 months to clean up, otherwise you got to move out?
No, dude! Oh, my God!
Oh, I probably should have organized this better. Yeah, Bossman got out. Fresh out of rehab, son. Does he walk around like that normally? Or are those like rehab sandals? I honestly don't even know. Guess who's home and on their puck? Oh, sorry, PC. Okay, I misread that absolutely. Hide your kids, hide your wife, because BossmanJack is back. And now we're going to get some classic Bossman gambling. These clips you're about to see come from the farm, specifically the user Negs.
God!
Bro.
Oh my...
I can't even see what he's doing right now, but he has to be losing.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh my God, bro. I keep putting money into this gambling site, and I keep losing it.
It's gone. God damn, dude. Fuck, man.
Bossman, you've been gone for 4 months. Clean your room.
Need to stop, dude. God, man. Let's go. We're back up.
Look how angry he is.
Let's go. 2.0 exactly. Goddamn. Yo! Oh my God, dude. I cannot hit $300. Oh my fucking God, dude. Bro, what is going on, dude?
What is going on? I can tell you what's going on, Bossman. You keep putting money into a site meant to take money from you.
Bro, this is getting so old, man. Oh my God, it's gone. Yo, what the fuck, dude?
Jump through the door, Bossman.
I just lost 3 100s in a row. What the fuck is that, dude? What the fuck is that?
That's gambling.
What the fuck is that? What do you even call that? What do you mean, what am I doing? I just lost like a bunch.
Now, I can tell you right now, things were not going very well in the Bossman house. He relapsed on crack. I don't really know when he did it, if it's even like a thing at this point. But him and his dad got into an argument that was streamed. Let's pull this up right here.
No.
Give me your phone. No.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing? What? He sounds like a caveman trying to scare off a bear. What is he screaming about?
Jack, look at it. What did I do wrong?
What did I do wrong?
Love yours.
Nah, fuck you.
Nah, fuck you, Dad. I'm not gonna give you my phone.
No. Fuck off.
No such thing as a night off.
Get your stuff and get out. So obviously, the parents are starting to get pretty fed up with this cycle they have going on. Just like I mentioned earlier, he gets out of rehab, starts gambling, immediately starts smoking crack, gets arrested, goes to jail, goes to rehab, and the cycle just keeps repeating. If they keep paying money for a lawyer, that has to really start adding up.
All right. Love yours. Like that's better than yours. Don't be trying to tell me, mama.
I didn't do shit wrong. I think you might have. What was it? I believe it was on an earlier episode. I have no idea which one, by the way. Bossman, he had all these blunts he was just posting while he was on probation. And I think his parents caught him with it too when he said, "That's not mine," or something like that. So the reason they're taking his phone away from him, because that's the way he's getting his crack. Now, I don't know if he's doing that through a phone number like texting or Facebook Messenger. If it's Messenger, then that's not going to help at all, but at least they're trying.
Oh, wait. Don't be so...
Nah, he's bullying me now, dude.
He's bullying me.
Gonna be a bitch.
I'm putting in sub-only mode. Yo, what the fuck?
Yo, what the fuck, dude?
Just hear that. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with him? What is wrong with you? You want to come on here?
I don't know. Oh, yeah. So the dad says, we have neighbors. I don't know how Bossman would do what he does if he was not in a house. So I'll give you a good example. The building I live in right now, I thought the units were soundproofed. So the other day, I heard some guy coughing, and I realized, oh my God, no, they're not. The reason I thought that was because I've never heard one of my neighbors before. So I gotta be a little quieter when recording these. I gotta keep an eye on myself for that. But if Bossman got an apartment, rented a condo, a townhouse, or even got into a house with roommates, he would keep them up all night.
I'm not even yelling, dude.
You are beyond yelling.
I'm not even being loud. What is wrong with him? God, man. I'm business out there, but I don't have my phone tonight. That's all I gotta say.
I don't have my phone tonight. Not in a bad way. What do you mean, not in a bad way?
I have $500 in my access wallet. You can look up my wallet and everything.
What does he mean, I don't have my phone in a bad way? Like, does he mean I didn't break it?
If anyone wants to spot me till the morning, I hate to ask.
Oh yeah, I hate to ask people for money.
Oh shit, dude. You gotta be...
BossmanJack will beg his audience for money. Again, he will stream, and he'll say, oh, he'll lose everything. And he'll say, oh man, I really needed that money. Can one of you guys please help me out? And if some guy, some poor sap, gives him a cent, he will immediately gamble it and do it all over again.
Kidding me. Hold on, guys. You see that? You guys see that? Look at that. Anyways, give me a second, guys.
Hey, boss man, you don't want your dad to open up the door? Put the curtain back on. Is he about to square up?
I'm back. I don't understand why he couldn't just knock, you know what I mean? Like a normal person. Yeah.
Would you have heard that, boss man?
No respect at all. But you can see it the other way around.
No respect at all. Boss man, you are on the equivalent of probation in that house.
I'm not respecting him, but I'm not being loud. I'm just talking in here. The other end of the house. I'll be out in a few weeks anyways. Yeah, I've been super chill, yeah.
Now I've got one more clip here. This one is Bossman just doing classic Bossman stuff. He loses $13,000 in 1 minute. If I lost $13,000 in 1 minute, I would be in the biggest depression of my life. But for him, just another Tuesday.
I'm about to do something crazy. Watch
this.
Oh,
you are.
Watch this, guys. Watch this.
We're watching.
No, dude. No, dude.
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
How do you lose?
Oh my God! Oh
Uh-oh.
my God! Oh my God, bro!
How do you do this to yourself, boss man?
I gotta pull out! Oh my God, bro! 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 I can barely breathe right now. Oh my God, I can barely breathe right now. Oh my God, I can barely breathe right now. Oh my God, dude.
Lost.
Come on. No, dude.
Lost.
No, dude.
Lost.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
Why would he not pull out? I don't think I need to say this, but these sites are made for you to lose money.
No, dude. Oh my God. Oh, I just lost it all. Oh my God.
I just lost it all. I just lost $13,000 in 1 minute.
Oh my God, dude. 23K gone. Oh my God.
Did he just say 23K? Okay, so yeah, I wildly thought that was less.
God, I'm an idiot.
Yes.
Damn, dude. I just lost 23K. Oh my God, dude.
Oh my Lord. I would cry. I would actually cry if I lost $23,000 in 1 minute. Now, to end off Bossman, I actually have a couple of Discord screenshots of him. Bossman confirmed, started doing crack again, and started spiraling. Same shit, every time, lose it all, every fucking time. On the... What is this? Oh, okay, this is so misspelled, I actually can't even read it. Every fucking time, I don't give a fuck, it happens. Every fucking time. How do you type like this? What is this? For those listening, let me read this out. Triumne. That's supposed to be time. FSDAKJHNNFASD, and then a bunch of other. It's like he's spamming his keyboard. So that's the first one. Now the second one is a little bit more readable at the very end. Originals. What do they undo every time? What do the original... How do you put an 8 in when you're spelling. What do the originals do every single time? They take every penny, every fucking time. Fuck this scamming shit. Scam, scam, scam. There was a point in Bossman's career, online as a streamer, he had broken his keyboard, and I don't think many of the keys worked, but it was enough for him to get onto his computer. He would do a live stream, and then ask his chat to spell something out, so that way he could copy and paste it. Oh, there is nobody else like him. But that is it for the Bossman news. If I'm going to spoil things a little bit for the next month, I believe he's back in jail. So BossmanJack, he had to do a drug test. He was on crack, got caught. Somehow, he was at court. They didn't arrest him. He got home, and they said, yeah, Bossman, there's actually a warrant out for your arrest. So some cops had to go out of their way to go pick him up from the house, as opposed to, getting him at the courthouse. Bossman could get so much content out, but unfortunately, he keeps getting arrested. And that's it for our BossmanJack segment, and we're now going to be moving on to Chibi. Chibi is just the gift that keeps on giving. Unlike other lolcows who usually have somebody else behind the scenes doing stuff with them, Chibi is just Chibi. I don't even know how to say this. On February 17th, Chibi decided he was going to do a life advice stream. Now, there's only one person who went to him for advice, so let's listen to this. Just talking about dating. Oh, Chibi's the last guy I would go to for dating advice, I swear.
We're gonna boot up Forbidden Memories. For people who are feeling a little bit burnt out on Final Fantasy X, I understand, trust me, I do. I've been talking to a girl recently and they seem really into me, but I only know her through the internet, so I'm not sure if I'm being catfished or not. Ooh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I can definitely help with this.
Chibi's the expert on these situations, buddy.
Give me like 2 seconds to get my game up. And then, I got you, buddy.
I got you, buddy.
So, winter year-round. How long have you been talking to this girl? Has it been, is it only recently, or have you been talking with her for a long time? Maybe around a month or two. Okay.
How do you get yourself into this situation?
And
how are you watching Chibinekodemyx, Shiny Iguana, playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories on PS1, asking him for dating advice?
And how did you two meet?
You know what, I'll say this. Chibi has had a surprising amount of relationships. He dated one woman who on stream said, I'm on this site called the Kiwi Farms. Why are all these people calling me a man? And Chibi said, you don't look like a man. He was in a polycule for a little bit. That was interesting. I remember he spoke to one cosplay woman too. But still, I would never, ever, ever go to Chibi.
Online. Did you meet through a dating app? Did you meet
No, they met through Discord.
I'm just curious, because, if you didn't meet through a dating app, it's kind of hard to sort of gauge, where that is. Where, what her feelings might be. We met through a Discord server for a game we both like. Okay.
Oh yeah, great way to meet a woman.
So if you've been talking for 2 months...
Is this guy serious? I met a woman on a Discord server about a game, and I'm in love with her. How do I ask her out, Chibi?
Did I get Rigaki? Ooh, oh, that hurts. So has she, have you guys talked in private? Or is it just, a public Discord?
I think they spoke in private, but if it's just in public, in a Discord server, no.
Exchange of, communication. If you guys have been playing games together in private, that's, probably one thing. But yeah, I would say if you guys have been talking, one-on-one, I've talked to her over VC, but honestly, she's been getting me to send some risque things.
Uh-oh, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If somebody ever asks you for risky pictures on the internet, block them immediately.
Ooh. Okay,
Yeah, Chibi's an expert in this situation. He sent a lot of those.
That does kind of seem like a red flag. What I would do, here's what I would do.
I'll tell you what you did, Chibi. At, what was it, Otakon or something else? Oh, no, I don't know what the convention was, but Chibi, in a group chat, sent a picture of his wiener. Chibi decided, hey, you know what? I'm in this group chat. I'm going to start sending some lewds. And all of them wound up on the internet.
If you're, I don't know how comfortable you are with her, But
after 2 months, you should not be comfortable doing that at all.
I feel like even in like a regular friendship or situationship or whatever the heck, you know, they're looking for, having those solid boundaries laid out ahead of time is extremely important. Like, just say, hey,
you gotta set boundaries.
I'm not okay with this, but this is fine. And then as long as she can agree to those boundaries, then, you know, you're fine. You're in the clear. Yeah, dealing with stuff like that is kind of hard, especially if that person is, like, the one that comes on to you first, because it's like, you're kind of put in a very awkward position, you know? Just like, oh, shoot, like, do I go along with it? You know, I don't
No, you don't.
I don't want to risk, like, losing her attention. It's like, it can be a very easy trap to fall into, you know what I mean? I would say I would just navigate that very carefully. Because, like, I actually honestly speak here from experience.
Oh, that he does.
Before, like, twice.
Has it only been twice?
After I had let my guard down around these people,
they strike.
And, like, felt comfortable enough with them, and then they would start flirting with me and sending me some risque stuff, and then I'd send them some risque stuff, and it would just turn into a whole thing.
Let me tell you exactly what to do in this situation. Think about what Chibi would do, and then do the opposite.
But then later on the line, it's like, it's hard to really, like, know you can trust them. You know, especially if you don't really have a way to verify how old they are, because that's another thing.
Oh yeah, Chibi got caught talking to a 17-year-old. Don't forget that.
You don't know how old they are. You don't know if they...
Chibi's mom got a phone call from Frank Hassel about that. He said, "Hi, am I speaking with Mrs. White? Yeah, your son's been sending pictures of his penis to a 17-year-old. She said, "Adam, have you been doing that?" He said, "No." The guy said, "Oh, I can send you some proof. What's your email?" She said, "Adam, did you do this?" And Chibi just said, "Yeah." Like, Chibi.
They are lying about their age, and that can get you into some pretty hot water there, too. Have you met a moronic streamer traipsing around your area and being rude to everyone yet? No.
Oh, this is good. So Chibi's gonna say, no, if I saw anyone who was acting like Johnny Somali, I'd beat them up.
Oh, thank God. If I did, I would honestly beat the shit out of them. Because that...
No, you would not. Could you imagine getting into a fight with Chibi? I don't think he knows how to fight. I think he'd probably try to do something he saw in anime or a video game like Kingdom Hearts.
Behavior here is not okay.
Now, that was the only person that came to Chibi looking for advice. Can't blame anyone else for not doing that. Overall, still a pretty good stream, but after that it got pretty boring. But then Chibi did something I wasn't expecting. He decided he was going to do an IRL stream himself on February 20th. Man, could you imagine if somebody thought he was a nuisance streamer?
I feel like you almost need to have, like, 2 phones for this.
Oh yeah, Chibi got lost because he couldn't stream and look at Google Maps.
Have Google Maps up, and then the other one to... the other one to actually stream from. It's still really hard to hear you.
Great stream, Chibi. We're just looking at the sidewalk.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. I think what was happening is the mic was trying to get picked up by my headphones, which is weird because they don't have a mic. So I'm not entirely sure how.
Oh yeah, Chibi's audio in this was absolutely atrocious. I'm not exaggerating when I say you could not hear him at all. So I have this, what's it called, extension on my browser called Volume Maxer. It lets you go onto a specific tab, bring the volume all the way down to, say, 1% or all the way up to 600%. I had Chibi on 600%.
If I can...
And even then, I had to up the volume more in Vegas.
Yakuza or played a lot of games featuring, like, stuff from Osaka. You'll probably noticed a lot of this architecture. But yeah, look at this. This is Osaka, man. This is it. This is the place.
This is the place. I mean, maybe Chibi just wants to talk to people, but
how cool is
this? Is boring. How cool is this? I mean,
and I'm pretty
it's
sure
interesting.
That's, kind of a Ferris wheel.
I would not go on that Ferris wheel.
Those Ferris wheels kind of scare the shit out of me.
I would not be scared of a Ferris wheel, especially one that has to have maintenance like that one. I mean, cities and towns always have those people who come in with all those rides, bounce houses, snacks, games, stuff like that. Those people set that up in like a week and nothing happens. And the amount of maintenance that one has to have, I'd trust it.
Kind of nice to just take a break from the day-to-day of Tokyo.
Yeah, it's nice to go from one big city to another right close.
Just kind of come here and chill out for a weekend, you know?
Yeah, so Chibi's on vacation.
I mean, I've been live like a few times in like the last few weeks.
Yeah, some people requested that I do an IRL stream again.
Who would ever request that?
So I figured, I'm in Osaka. I'm not in Tokyo, so different city. So I figured, why not? The city's definitely got a lot to offer. So I figured, might as well show you.
Oh, watch out with that takoyaki. It's going to burn your mouth, Chibi.
Actually, once I...
Man, if you ever order takoyaki, there's like a couple minutes you can actually eat it. If it gets cold, it's not very good. But right when you get it, it is so hot, it will immediately burn your mouth. You've got to like juggle it around so you don't burn it.
Once I'm done here, I'm going to head back to my hotel. And I'm going to spend probably the next 5 hours grinding out job applications.
So right now, Chibi does not like his job one bit teaching kids English, which I even understand how Chibi is able to teach English. Like, I would not trust him to teach anything.
Because the tricky part is...
Oh yeah, sorry, let me finish that. Chibi is currently looking for another job, so that way he can snake his current employer. It's just like move on to another. But the problem is, he needs one to take him up on his visa and get that renewed.
Like, not getting a job, just getting one that actually will renew your visa.
This has been the plan from the start, by the way.
There's loads.
Oh, he finally learned how to use chopsticks.
Get, like bars or convenies. But the very few of them will actually renew your visa and sponsor it for you.
Ooh, yeah, let me show you guys this mural.
Oh yeah, look at this mural. Yeah. I like that mural.
I love that mural.
Okay, let's look at this. So it's a Birdman with Earth written underneath him. I mean, I'd probably think it's graffiti if I just walked by it. I won't lie to you.
I don't think a single thing more embodies the Osaka spirit.
What does that even mean?
A lot of people don't think I matter. And you know what?
Oh, this is good.
If I don't matter to you, if my life holds no meaning to you, if you want to see me suffer, or worse, if you want to see me dead, you know, I've made my peace with that. I'm not going to make everybody happy in this life. But the only thing I can really do now is just make the best of where I am. And not spend time reminiscing about the past, what could have been better, what we could have done differently.
Oh, I could think of a lot you could do differently, Chibi.
But if I wanted to continue to torment myself and
it all starts with not snaking Al.
Of the past, and I never would have made the decision to move here and try something different, to try something scary, something uncertain. And then I'm not gonna bullshit you. My life is far from perfect.
Chibi actually thought that moving to Japan would solve all of his problems. Let me tell you this, Chibi, no, it was not going to do that. He thought he was going to go to Tokyo and have some anime adventure. Instead, he went to one of the most work-centered lifestyles imaginable.
Just because I live in Japan doesn't mean I have my own, doesn't mean I don't have struggles.
I don't think anyone thought that.
But you know what? I'm just taking a day at a time. And we hope that I find some peace from that. I would finally try to be kinder to myself. And I wouldn't bully myself anymore or let myself be bullied by other people. Those days are behind me now.
Oh, no, they're not, Chibi. I can say this, you're probably gonna... Well, it wasn't even a year ago. Chibi went to Japan on a separate trip, by the way. And he got interviewed with his zipper down and then showed off his butt crack by mistake. I don't know how this stuff keeps getting caught on camera, just being shown off, but Chibi, you are going to have so many more incidents while you're still on this earth. Now, I was going to show off Chibi playing Wario Land 3, but it wasn't very entertaining, so we're just going to be skipping it. So that's it for our Chibi segment, and we're now going to be moving on to Foodie Beauty. Now, if you remember, on a previous episode, we talked about how Foodie Beauty was now using a scooter. Well, Foodie found out the problems with that. It died out on her right before she got home.
Holy crap, get me home, please.
Yeah, get me home, please.
Oh my god, I gotta get home, guys. Come on, please.
This thing is dying out on her.
Oh, please.
And she's driving this in the middle of the road, too.
Oh my god. No. No.
I don't know what Foodie Beauty is thinking using this scooter. I mean, look at her.
It's slowing right down. Uh-oh.
If you compare Foodie Beauty from when she left Kuwait to go to... Or where was it? If you compare what she looked like going from Kuwait to Syria, she ballooned up when she got there. And now she's in Canada, she's using the scooter. Any calories that would be burned off by walking, just gone. She is going to get so much bigger. And this scooter, by the way, she is way over the weight limit.
Oh, it's dying.
Uh-oh. It's dying.
It's slow as fuck. No, it's dying. Holy shit.
Foodie Beauty is trying to get as much mileage out of this thing as she can.
I'm not even kidding. It's like barely moving.
Oh my lord, this is like Mobility Mary.
Try turning it off.
At some points you even see her shadow, just like her.
Will she make it home? I'm so...
This thing just makes it home.
It's on the red only. There's something wrong with the battery.
No, there's nothing wrong with the battery. There's way too much weight on it.
It's gonna be okay. I can do it. Come on, scooter.
Come on, Scooty.
It won't go up the hill. Oh shit, it's dead.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's push it.
Could you imagine being in the situation? You need to push your scooter. I don't know if this thing actually rolls properly too. Like, does she need to push? Is it that much harder?
Why did we decide to go out today? There you go, more exercise.
You know what would be more exercise? Just walking around normally.
Holy shit.
She is out of breath pushing this scooter.
5XL scooter. Yeah, I'm in it. I'm just gonna let it go like a turtle.
What does that even mean? I'm just gonna let it go like a turtle.
No, they're gonna say, ma'am, you shouldn't be over the friggin' weight limit.
No, definitely. She's even admitting it.
No, it stopped.
Oh. So this is kind of like if you have a trailer on your car or a truck and you take it off. You're going to get so much more mileage out of it for the energy you use. Foodie Beauty is way too big to be using this thing. She needed an extra large scooter.
Yeah, I can just push it the rest of the way, but I'm just going to try to move it. Oh, it's dead. Like dead.
Oh my lord, look at that shadow. It's like a triangle. Okay, the scooter was a part of it. That's my bad.
Come on, Scooty.
I thought it was like really bad. So that was pretty funny, but don't worry, the scooter adventures don't end here. That's because Foodie Beauty got kicked out of 2 separate malls for live streaming in them.
Hi. Something? Yeah, the food court.
Yeah, it's on level 2.
Uh-oh, somebody called the mall and they want Foodie out of there.
Okay. Can I talk to you a minute?
Yeah.
Filming in the property, private property is not
allowed?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll leave them all if that's like, I'll just leave.
Oh, here we have somebody actually filmed her driving around the mall. This is like Mario Kart. Except way slower. How do you even recognize that's Foodie Beauty? Like, do you just look down and see her scooting around? So this is from the second time she got kicked out.
Name and badge number.
Yeah, asking a security cop.
Can someone look up the law? Do they own the public parking lot, or am I allowed to be here? This is good content, honestly. Am I allowed to be here? Does anyone know?
Did I record this at a higher speed? I think I did.
No,
she looks like a snowman.
I left when they told me to. Yeah, they own the car park? It's a public parking lot, like what?
No, it's actually owned by the property. It's a parking lot. Now, I will agree with Foodie Beauty later where she says, I'm on the sidewalk. Like, that's public property. But the parking lot, no.
They don't own the whole friggin' area. It's so stupid. I'm not talking to you. See ya.
Later, mall cop.
Not public this is public property. No, it isn't. Detained?
Okay, so this is one of my favorite things.
Sure,
They're following Foodie Beauty. Just saying, you need to leave. You need to get out of here. And she is just speeding around, zip, zip, zooming. Later, loser.
Pause, go fuck yourself.
Oh, tell him.
What the fuck? Idiots, man. I'm gonna look up the law and come back. You're fucking retarded. You're gonna be detained. Detain me, bitch.
Tell him.
Why is nobody looking it up? It's private? No, no, they're not. No, it's not.
Why is nobody looking it up? You just asked it like a minute ago.
Okay, let me look this up right now. You're gonna be detained. You have a small dick.
Now, what a sight this is. Foodie Beauty, on her scooter, just yelling at some random, you have a small dick.
Stupid assholes. Touch me, I'm kicking you in your nuts and going to jail. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think you can put your legs up that high, Foodie Beauty.
Hi. No, it isn't, you fucking loser. Okay, where can I go? This is public property. This is a sidewalk. Call the cops then. Call the cops. Call the cops. Okay, good.
They're on their way. I don't think that's true. If the cops were on their way, why are they still following her?
This is Blair Station, is it not?
Just take a look behind you.
Where?
Over there. Just go ahead a bit and you're gonna know.
Whatever.
Whatever.
So filming in private property and
Yeah. Excuse me. I don't care. This is a public sidewalk, you idiot. It's a
Oh, I swear, I could watch this all day. These people just following Foodie Beauty around.
You don't own the sidewalk. You don't own the sidewalk. How about you eat shit? This is your property. Where?
On your left side.
I'm not in your parking lot. I'm on the sidewalk, you idiots. Learn the rules. No, it isn't. Whatever. And this, you don't owe it either. How about you shove it up your ass?
Man, she's so rude, but again, like, she's leaving. Why are these people still following her?
This road is private property? Okay, I'm on the road. See ya.
Wouldn't want to be ya. Now I have a shorter clip here. This time Foodie Beauty's telling us about her travel plans. She's going to Malaysia, apparently. I don't know why she would go to Canada in the first place then, because flights in Canada are unbelievably expensive. I was just a couple of months ago, I had to go to PEI. It was a $900 flight. It actually made more sense for me to go to a completely different province and meet up with a friend who was going at the same time. So a trip to Malaysia would probably cost her about like $2,000.
Fat camp.
Fat camp.
I'm gonna be in Malaysia, from
Foodie Beauty, you need to go to Fat camp.
till the end of April.
Until the end of April? So she's not even gonna be there a long time? She's just like spending all that money? I don't know what to say about that. She will never have any money. But thankfully for Foodie's wallet, things aren't really going to plan. That's because there's a little trouble in paradise going on with her and Salah, and that trip might not be happening after all. I don't understand why they would get back together, but maybe they are. I really don't know.
There's pressure to be demure, to lose weight, to be this, to be that, to be this, to be that. And I feel like people who really love me and care about me wouldn't put that pressure on me.
Foodie, even you have to know you need to lose some weight.
He doesn't understand what it's like, then maybe he's not the right person to be with. You know, like, I know I need to change. I need to, like...
Then change.
But, like...
Foodie Beauty started her channel, I want to say like 10 years ago, saying, or maybe I'm confusing her with Amberlynn Reed. I know I've said this before, but I thought they were the exact same person for years until one day I realized, wait, they're different? But still, I want to say Foodie Beauty's channel has been around for like 10 years. You couldn't have lost the weight before?
Having all this pressure last minute just, like, isn't it? I don't like feeling inadequate. I don't like being, with someone who some of their family doesn't approve of. Like, why do I have to put myself through that? Like, why do I have to put myself through that? What for? I'm 42.
Uh-oh.
I always have that, like, insecurity, and I just don't want it anymore. Like, it's just not worth it for me when I could be with somebody easily who doesn't require all of these things. You know what I mean? I have no idea. He doesn't tell me anything about his family or anything like that.
Foodie, Salah offered you, hey, would you like to come to dinner with my family? Or sorry, not dinner. Would you like to go on this vacation with my family? Foodie Beauty said no, and then she got mad at Salah for going without her. You want nothing to do with his family.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just feel like I don't really want to go. I feel like I'm not going to be comfortable, like, in my own skin. I feel like I'm always going to be judged. You know what I mean? I know. I need like a good 2 or 3 years to really change my life. He doesn't get that. He thinks I can just diet these problems away.
I mean, you could.
And he makes me feel so bad. Like, how many times did I tell you to get your health in order in Kuwait? Like 3 years wasted of it. Like, oh, nice, thank you. No, he doesn't want me skinny. He just wants me to be able to, like, be comfortable.
Be healthy?
And healthy.
Yes. Foodie Beauty, do you know how hot Malaysia gets? It's in Southeast Asia, Foodie Beauty. It gets unbelievably hot there, and I don't think you're going to be able to walk around very much. And we're going to hear her say, oh, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to bring my scooter there. So it's going to be even worse.
All I feel is, like, guilt every single day. Like, I should be going up 19 flights of stairs. I should be doing this. I should be doing that.
Honestly, all Foodie Beauty needs to do, I would start out doing intermittent fasting. I would even give her such a big window, probably 8 hours a day. And then every week I would have her shrink that down until it's like 4 hours maybe. I would also have her go around actually walking, not using the scooter. That thing has got to go. I'm not even joking. Just to walk around at her size, that has to burn so many calories. But every time she uses it, that opportunity, gone. And she's only going to get bigger.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. Right, it should not be a competition. It should not be like... And even in Thailand, he would make me feel so bad about myself. Like, oh, I'm gonna go for a walk. You can't go for a walk because you can't walk that far.
Yeah, what's he gonna do if you pass out in the streets? How's he gonna call an ambulance? Foodie Beauty does not even think about these things.
I don't want to work with Keem. They're all fake shit arseholes also. To be honest.
Honestly, Foodie Beauty, working with Keem is probably your best idea. Say what you want about the lolcow shows, but they do make some decent money. And for you, who lost your YouTube monetization, lost your Twitch, what other real options do you have?
I told, Yo Mama the dates that I was traveling. He fucking says it live. The fuck is wrong with you? I need to fix myself, like, the proper way. I can't, like, guilt myself into... it's just like binge eating disorder, food addiction, all these things are not fixed with 20 minutes of treadmill, like,
Yeah, it might need to be a little bit more than 20 minutes, Foodie Beauty, but that's what you got yourself into. It's taken years to get to the point you are, and it's probably going to take a few years to get out of it.
And that's why I feel like all this, like, pressure and guilt and, like, shame that I just can't do it. Like, I feel like nobody understands. He doesn't get it. And, like, I can't be around that anymore. I can't do that to myself. Right, Marshmallows, that's what I fear. I don't think he's a bad person. I just don't think... Yeah, he does infantilize me a lot. I just don't think that we're right for each other, really, if I'm honest.
And then why are you going back with him? Foodie, get divorced. You're both on completely separate continents. You haven't seen each other in months. If you don't feel like you're meant to be together, that's it. You're already separated.
No, I don't like chaos and drama. I don't like it.
That is your life. You love it.
Let's do it a bit. And does it pay well? Yes. That does make it tempting, especially when you're, like, wanting extra money for things, but I have to keep reminding myself that it's just, it's temporary gratification is not worth it.
Temporary gratification is not worth it. I think Foodie Beauty needs to start looking at food like that. Yeah, you could do a mukbang, eat a ton, but is it going to be worth it? Probably not. And so I don't really know what's going on with Foodie Beauty right now, but I'm sure we're probably going to see that in the next episode. But with that being said, we are now done all the named segments, so let's get to mystery segment number 1. Like I said in the last episode, I wanted to do it there, but unfortunately we didn't have the time. But this is essentially my send-off to 2025, my favorite thing that happened in it. It's essentially a saga, and it's going to be a pretty long one, so I gotta warn you in advance. This is the downfall of Combat Johnson. Now, I know what you might be saying, Adenim. Who is Combat Johnson? I have never heard that name in my life. Well, you're not alone. Meet Combat Johnson. This is somebody who thought they could take being a moderator of the Too High for Stupid fan server and somehow turn that into becoming a KiwiTuber live streamer. If I remember correctly, he would usually stream about once a week, and soon I think you're going to see why he never took off. But before we get to that, let me tell you, there are 2 separate Combat Johnsons. There's Combat Johnson during the day, but then there's Combat Johnson on OnlyFans. I want you to understand, I am not exaggerating this in the slightest. Combat Johnson would literally trade pictures of his butthole for Steam games. Is there any video game that you like that much you would do that? I don't think there is for me. You could offer me 100 games I'd be interested to play and I'd still say no. But not Combat Johnson. This isn't a one-off thing I'm just laughing about. This actually is relevant to the story. Now, in order to properly tell this, we need to go back a little bit, all the way to 2023 and 2024, so buckle up, I gotta warn you, this is a little all over the place, but I still think you're gonna like it. Before we get to Combat Johnson, we need to talk about a streamer called Your Friend Zippity, as well as a few other people. Now, Your Friend Zippity was a KiwiTuber from 2023 to 2024. He got his start, he got into a beef with another YouTuber named CCDN, otherwise known as Chris Chan Daily News. Now, number 1, Chris Chan Daily News did not do daily news. Instead, he bought used shoes off of Chris Chan on eBay, opened them up, and smelled them on a live stream or a video. Again, it's been a little while, and this stuff isn't out there anymore, so I'm not really sure. But Zippity covered that, and CCDN had the stream taken down. Hearing about this, Smokey MCC then said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give this guy Zippity a shout out. Something I think he probably regrets to this day. This got Zippity to 1,000 subscribers, and the dude got monetized. Now, it was not known at the time, Zippity had a few skeletons in his closet. One day, Zippity got banned from the Too High for Stupid fan server. This was done by Combat Johnson, and his response was, hey, you know what? I'm gonna have all my friends porn bomb his Discord server with those pictures he traded for Steam keys, as well as the DMs of everybody they knew. Remember the name Strace because he's gonna be popping up real soon. He's a friend of the channel, and I remember him saying one day, Combat Johnson, I saw pictures of your butthole unwillingly. And I think a lot of people can say that. So Zippity did that, and guess what happened? They decided, yeah, we're just gonna let him back in. Didn't we ban Zippity on here for an unconsent porn bomb? If I ran a Discord server, I'd probably do that too, and they'd never be coming back. Zippity then responds, nah, I left and things are cleared up with the mods and I. I'm not a huge fan of how Vega went about what happened, and he knows my criticisms already. This would get cleared up by another user that we're going to hear soon, Wandering Wendigo. Combat originally banned him for a racist meme, and then one of his buddies did the nude leak in retaliation. Since then, amends were made, and they apologized to Combat. That's all it takes, an apology. I would never trust somebody after doing that. And they apologized to Combat. That's why he was let back in, and the rebrand was partially because of that. Oh yeah, so another thing they did, Zippity and friends, they went to Smokey MCC saying, hey man, there's this fan server using the Too High for Stupid name, you need to denounce that. Something that Smokey then did, saying they need to change the name. I can't say I blame him. If somebody ever made an Adenim fan server, I'd probably say, hey, I am not a part of this. I want nothing to do with this. Do whatever, but don't name yourself after me. And the other part, because Strace was trying to get more drama out of the situation than it was worth. Oh, he got some drama out of that. Again, Strace runs a channel called The Harvest Report, and all the background information you need for this is in that. I would highly recommend it. But that wasn't it that Zippity did. Besides that little incident, he had 2 more. One, another Discord user, he just sent a random dick pic. Again, I would say, don't do that, like I said with Chibi. Horrible idea. I've never seen somebody do it and not regret it with that getting leaked online. And lastly, another thing he did, On stream, he showed a picture of himself in a skirt as a minor. He then sexualized it, and when everyone said to him, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" he said, "Oh, it's no big deal." Something many people, including myself, disagree with. Now that's it for Zippity now. Moving on, Zippity had a very good friend you might have heard of called the Cow Wrangler. Now, Cow Wrangler was best known for going on to Too High for Stupid and making the White Bowser cry. And then spring 2024, DFE'd left the internet. And I don't think a lot of people that were there at the time know exactly what happened. Well, an old video came out of Cow Wrangler talking to Cyrax, trying to help him monetize his Instagram.
Yeah, like I said, it's a goldfish in the bag scenario, and I think Marty, personally, he likes to make you uncomfortable. He likes to watch you feel unsafe.
Well, Dean, I don't know if you know this, but do you even know the full history about Marty?
Oh, I think everybody knows the full history with you and Marty, Cyrax. Oh, now I want to say that was like an hour-long call. They tried to help Cyrax monetize. Big no-no in the Cyrax community, as you're probably aware. This call was uploaded by somebody named Vega and the homies. This is the last call. It was a fun ride. Have fun listening. And there you can see Cow Wrangler's comment. It was a blast, my brother. Now, before we move on to Vega, I want to say another thing that happened with Cow Wrangler. Cow Wrangler ran a Discord, and one of the mods actually swatted Cobra, bragged about it in the Discord, and Wrangler just said, yeah, just agreeing with it. No, don't do that. Just letting it fly. The justification was, hey, Cobes is not taking care of Puff. Well, you know what? I disagree. Yeah, he shouldn't have taken Puff out smoking with him. That was a ridiculous idea. But to this day, I do think that Cobes did the best he could. And for these people, that was just enough. Hey, I'm gonna send the police to his house. Fuck them. Now getting back to Vega, I don't even know how to. I don't know what to say about this. This guy was live streaming himself and somehow showed off he watches diaper porn. Now let's hear him cope and seethe about that.
It was a complete fucking accident.
Oh yeah, that makes it okay. It was a complete fucking accident. How do people like this get any viewers? Oh yeah, I forgot. This guy was a moderator for Smokey. I believe he got banned immediately after this. I would do the exact same thing.
Yes, at one point, yeah, it was a complete fucking accident.
it was a complete fucking accident too.
Steam has a stupid fucking thing where they do an overlay with Discord, and I don't fucking know why they decided to integrate that shit.
Is this guy for real? This Steam added an overlay, and I don't know why the fuck they did it. You streamed that. Just the fact that you're looking at it is enough. This guy got ran off the internet for this, by the way. I hate talking about Strace without even showing a clip of him so far. But this guy, Vega, trying to take him down, made a 40-page PowerPoint and then streamed it about the guy.
Never fucking meant to show it to anyone, because unlike Pete, unlike a lot of people, I tend to like to keep my shit private because it's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is fucking weird. You're looking at diapers. I'm sorry, I'm at a loss for words.
You start telling everyone about your fucking shit.
Oh my lord. I know how ridiculous this is. We are very, very off-center, because we're still not talking about combat. We're just getting the backstory. But all these people were connected. All these people hung out. They're in each other's chats. They're all streaming together. This is why, if you want to be a KiwiTuber, this is my best suggestion. Avoid all other KiwiTubers like the plague. Do not go in their chats. Don't collab. Just do your own thing. Imagine being connected to that. But thankfully, we're much closer now to talking about CJ than we were just then. CJ was not just a streamer on his own. No, he was also a part of a group called The Wranglers. Now, this streaming group had many members throughout its runtime, but Combat Johnson was always one of them. Now, we've already seen one of the members, Wandering Wendigo, talk about Zippity's ban. This is actually something he posted. How long till Strace doxes you? Join the fight. Save a community. You know why he posted this? Because Strace saw everything that we just saw with Zippity, Cow Wrangler, and Vega. Let these people know about this. Started going after these people for doxing, going after people for swatting Cobes, streaming diaper shit, sending people unconsensual porn bombs, and these people had a problem with it. Now, Wandering Wendigo, in particular, was Combat Johnson's strongest soldier. By the very end of this streaming group, it originally started out with, I want to say 4 members, but I swear, I have seen it with like 7 or 8 people. And I remember the time people said, hey, like, this is way too many people, you gotta cut it down. But again, by the very end, it was just Wandering Wendigo and Combat Johnson. Wandering Wendigo had his own channel they never really posted on, but he was best known while he was going through a divorce. He would talk with a girl on Discord for emotional support. Pretty bad idea. Those messages got leaked too. He does have one post though I want to read out. It's true. I have a weird thing with people where I assume we're just enemies from the gate. Do you ever think about that when you just meet somebody? You just meet somebody and say, this is my death enemy. I now know his name. No! If you meet somebody, it's like, hey, what's up? How are you? And if they start to show they're not the kind of person you want to be around, then you can start to form that opinion. But not if you're Wandering Wendigo. And I go from there, and the way people speak to me is how I kinda gauge it. So like, I take tones and words very literally, and I don't really feel the general hostility I have with other people when I hear your voice. If any of that made sense. Your voice makes me feel like I'm not at war. This is him talking to the 19-year-old on Discord while he's going through the divorce. I could not imagine sending that. Buddy. So moving on, and we have the next ex-wrangler, meet Stoned Pig. This guy managed to make it to around, I want to say, 1,000 subscribers, and he thought he was at the top of the world. At one point, Kiwi Tape said, dude, you are a pillar of the community. And he had a Dennis Reynolds meltdown. Let's listen to this.
I'm for real, man. Like, with the whole Newport shit and, like, other people, bro, I'm done, dude. I'm so sorry, excuse me. Probably should redo the voice thing, but I'm not going to do it. You're going to hear me belch in there.
I am so happy that he did this on voice.
People like Rubber, they're fucking done. Like, I don't mean to be that guy, but like, I'm head of the food chain right now.
I'm head of the food chain? Buddy, you had 1,000 subscribers, and your videos, I read this, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I read his videos got like 50 views a pop. What are you talking about? I'm head of the food chain. In my opinion, for YouTube, this is how it works. If you're under 1,000 subscribers, you are the exact same as somebody with 10 subscribers. Now, maybe you start talking to other smaller YouTubers and you say, hey, you know what? I'm doing pretty well. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. I'm getting pretty close to monetization. And then you graduate. And then you're a small fish in a big pond. Once you're at that monetization, there are so many people bigger than you.
And our sphere and stuff, like even with the Wranglers, I'm the biggest fucking number the polls, bro. And I'm tired of bending over and bending the knee to little fatty fucking cocksuckers, bro. That aren't worth fucking shit, dude. They're not worth the fucking mud under my boot. And I need
my
to
boot
down to them. Fuck them, bro. Fuck the TCG.
Boo. Let me tell you this right now. There is a curse on people who go after my favorite card game. If you don't like the game or you don't want to buy them, that's perfectly fine. Whatever. I don't play Magic. I don't play Pokemon. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! I think they're all pretty cool, but whatever. But the people who hate the lolcow trading card game for no reason at all, their life just goes into shambles. I want to say a fun fact about the card game too. This was years ago before Keemstar partnered with them. Review Tech USA went around saying, yeah, Keemstar made the lolcow trading card game. This is fucked up. And look at Review Tech USA. He lives with his parents, and they banned him from Thanksgiving dinner. I've seen so much confusion with that. Let me tell you two of my favorite stories I have with people come to me thinking that I ran it. And I don't understand how anyone could think that. I believe I was number 3 affiliate with them, and so I was an early promoter. But I had comments saying stuff like, hey, why do you sell the card game to Keemstar? And I remember saying, it's kind of hard for me to sell a card game I don't own to Keem. And another time, I had somebody ask, hey, could we get a card of this in the game? And it's like, I don't run it. I've got a couple of cards with them, and essentially the process is, usually they'll contact me saying, hey, we're making a new set. We're looking at making a card of you. Are you okay with that? And I'll say yes. But for some reason, so many people just have a problem with it.
Fuck Newport Poopy, bro. Fuck all them faggots, bro. I'm done.
I'm done. Well, yeah, he was done. So what ended up happening with Stone Pig, he went onto Twitter pretending to be somebody else, completely different, and start some drama. Somehow he immediately got caught, this leaked, and he deleted everything. Now, unfortunately, I don't know who posted this, but we did get another explanation. So to everyone who cares. Stoned Pig, also known as that one dude that got called a pillar of the community by Kiwi Tapes, recently turned out to be anything but a pillar. He basically was caught talking shit about everyone, including the Wranglers, his podcast co-hosts like Alright Stingy, Mr. Muda, Wendy, and CJ. He has a god complex in this one voice message because of his sub count, and thinks everybody is lesser than him. Normally, this would be stupid Discord shit, but he took it too far when he falsely accused a good friend of mine of being a pedo with zero evidence. Yeah, if that's true, Pig, stay out of the community. That is not okay. And honestly, he should know better. That's such a serious accusation to make, and doing it falsely waters it down. That made us expose him to everyone, including Kiwi, Smokey, and Doom. Now, he got kicked for being an asshole who lies. That's the fast version. Again, sorry, wrong server, but I might as well explain it. Now, following that, and we have another ex-member, meet Mike Mushka. Mike Mushka was also a member of the Wranglers. He would LARP as a Russian, and I don't understand what he was thinking. This man tried to intimidate Strace by sending him a friend request on Facebook with his own personal Facebook account. I don't know what he was thinking. Let me pull this up right here. This is Londo's response, Strace's response.
Because he's thought it'd be a good idea to send me a friend request, not thinking that would somehow give me his Facebook. Hi, Mike.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? You try to say, hey, I doxed you, buddy. I know who you are. But you do it with your own personal Facebook. What was he thinking?
Never fucking try and threaten me again, you little bitch. Like, holy shit, I'm not afraid of being doxed by some sperg online. Go ahead, release the shit.
What? Where do these people come from? What kind of a threat is that? I'm gonna send you a request on Facebook with my personal Facebook. Immediately gets doxed. Now, like I said, Mike was an ex-co-host of the Wranglers. He got kicked out because he view-botted his own channel, something he immediately got caught on. And honestly, I haven't heard anything from him since, so yeah, I think he's gone too. Now we have the last two remaining members, that being Mr. Muda and Stingy. As for Mr. Muda, I've never heard anything bad about him. I guess his curse was he lost his YouTube channel. I don't think he should have. That's just me personally. And as for Stingy, all I really have to say is Strace went to him, letting him know that Zippity, his co-host Zang, was caught commissioning lolly art. Strace went to him with all the proof, and Stingy just said this is drama, and then blocked him. But now, with all that pretense out of the way, we can finally get to Combat Johnson. Now, by the very end, Stingy and Mr. Muda had left. What did they immediately do? Look at those numbers, 2,480 subscribers. Well, that's pretty good, right? No, the moment Mr. Muda and Stingy left, they botted their channel to make it look bigger than it actually was. You can see in their most recent stream, they only had 211 views. Now, not long after the other two left, they immediately rebranded to Autistic Illuminati. That's also what they rebranded their Too High for Stupid fan server to. You are never going to find this channel again, by the way. Guess why? They deleted it. We're going to get to that soon. And do you remember how I said anyone who goes after the card game has some curse put on them? Well, guess what CJ posted? I'd like to make an unfortunate announcement. I'm not going to get too into it in this post, but due to the actions of the lolcow TCG owner, I'll be boycotting them. CJ, you never bought from them in the first place. How can you boycott something you've never purchased? It's not their worst crime, but even their team admits they don't know much about the cows they sell. To them, this is nothing but a cash grab. They see something that a lot of people are willing to throw money at. Market they could corner and do the bare minimum. Concerns are largely ignored, and even when they put the community at risk, I suggest everyone else saves their money. I don't know where he came up with this. A couple of years ago, this is how I got introduced to the card game. I was on the Cyrax Reddit thread, and I saw, hey, we just made a Cyrax card. And I said, that's pretty cool. I think it was Night of the Living Ed, but I could be wrong. And so I went through the Reddit page and saw, hey, they got a bunch of other cards too. That's pretty cool. And they had a link to their Discord server. I clicked the link, joined, and the owner said, no way, it's Audenim. So obviously he knew who I was, so he's somewhat familiar with lolcows. Combat Johnson actually at one point says, Tuffy does not know this one specific thing about Jupiter the Hybrid. How can you sell cards about cows if you don't even know these basics? Let me tell you this. I have been making lolcow videos for, 3 years now? There are plenty of cows I have no idea anything about. For Nova Online, I think he's unwatchable. All I know about this guy is he doesn't shower, and he sells rope online. Does that mean I'm unqualified to cover the people I do? One person does not have to know everything about every lolcow. He has a team. It's honestly unbelievable. Now, I think we have enough background story on the Wranglers that we can listen to some of this. A couple of months ago, they deleted the entire channel, all the streams, and to my knowledge, there was no archive. So I would say, unfortunately, we can't cover it, but it would be a real shame if somebody foresaw this and went in there and archived a bunch of it before they deleted it.
What the fuck is up?
Listen to that voice. That is Combat Johnson. If I had to suffer through this, so will you.
Everybody. First of all, can y'all motherfuckers hear me?
Yes.
Let's get a Nick Cody moment.
This audio.
Yeah.
Okay, I got.
Hi, chat.
How can I manage this?
What the
fuck is that? Stop! No.
I'm sure all of you have noticed. If not, I'm about to tell you.
Okay, let's look at this setup for a second. Oh, I would just like to compare this to good old Lost on the Net. Okay, so here we have my version. Here we have some nice little art. I like to play it in between scenes. I like to have it at the intro and the outro. And if I'm reading something, this is the background. I don't think it's really distracting. I think it's some wonderful art from my artist. And overall, I think every couple of episodes, people enjoy seeing new art in the background. Compare that to this. What is this? Okay, so we got 4 chairs. That's because they used to have 4 members. Oh, okay, no, sorry. CJ sits on a sack. We can see a bong, playing cards, cigarettes, a coffee, Cyrax, Daniel Larson. Their name is literally covered. Look at that. Look at that. In the top left corner, the Wrangler's naming, completely gone. You can't read it because the couch is in the way. Now, if we go to the top left, let's zoom in on this. Okay. We've got a black Sonichu medallion, a black Sonichu. We've got a bottle of Jaeger for Blade. We've got a Godzilla statue. And I wonder what that white jar could be that says, it's literally labeled, see, you, and I think you get the picture. Oh, we've got Cobra's hat right here in the corner.
We have hit close to 1,500 subscribers.
Oh, yeah, talk about the view botting.
It was kind of overnight.
Yeah, it was overnight because you bought them all.
Weeks ago, and I think we said something on my show. I don't know if we said something on the Wranglers, but we also had another. We woke up this morning, and it had happened again.
Been slowly climbing all day.
Yeah, just slowly climbing. I really hope it's organic. If it is, awesome.
No, it's not. It's absolutely not.
All the new homies. I can't wait to see you in chat. But if not, I'd just like to say, if you think you're helping, you're not. This doesn't really give us any kind of boost because the new subs aren't commenting or watching.
If YouTube sees you get a bunch of bots, they immediately start getting suspicious. I've heard on Twitch people would actually bot people they don't like, because that way they get in trouble for it.
Again, if this was malicious intent, I don't know what you were thinking. We literally outed Mike Mushka the moment we knew he was botting subs. So if you think that our audience is going to believe that we botted subs, you're honestly kind of brain dead.
I believe it. And I'm not brain dead.
Is extreme.
I never sent pictures of myself for Steam games.
Extremely, what's the word? Efficient.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Listen to this.
So much so that things that are not crabs are evolving.
He's trying to say that Cobra is turning into Cyrax.
Into crab-like bodies. And because they are becoming, there's several species that are doing this, they're calling it convergent evolution. What if fucking Josh and Chance are having convergent evolution?
Boo. Cobes was a saint.
You can see it. We might be onto something here.
I'm gonna say it one more time.
We might be onto something here.
If you don't want to be criticized, or you...
Oh, listen to this. If you don't want to be criticized, don't post on the internet. I think CJ's a little hypocritical.
Don't want to be bothered. Don't post content.
Yeah. Get some thicker skin or get out of the fucking game, my guy.
The sub is delicious.
CJ was talked about on the Kiwi Farms, on the KiwiTuber thread, for like 20 pages, and then he just dipped.
Yes, I am forcing you to watch
Which is kind of why I like the dynamic of this show, you know what I'm saying? Because, I like the...
Oh, this is how I felt. They're going to say, yeah, I feel like our audience is held captive and they're forced to watch us. That's how I felt clipping this.
Picture our viewers kind of strapped down in a chair.
Like the dude from the fucking... God damn it, what's that movie?
Yes.
A Clockwork Orange?
Like, you got them strapped down in the chair with the things to keep the eyeballs open. Yep, force feeding you this content. That's how I think of every single one of you guys. I hope you know that.
I would not... If I felt like my audience was held captive listening to these, I would try to find some way to improve it.
I just come by and give you little kisses on the forehead when you're struggling.
Oh, this is bad.
I can't take it anymore! Mwah.
Yeah, gross. I never want to hear that again.
It's okay.
It's okay, buddy.
Wendy's here.
I'm gonna start by saying, if you do not have the money to donate,
do not donate.
This is not a grift. I'm not begging for money. We're not hurting. This is to help the show. You'll notice that the goal is for everyone to get new mics. I'd really like for everybody.
He wants condenser mics.
Good condenser microphone.
No, you want a dynamic.
And at least.
Let me tell you something about condenser microphones. So I used to use those. I had the Rode NT USB. And then one day, I got an electric shock through my headphones, hooked up to the mic, and out of nowhere, it just had this buzzing noise. So I said, okay, I gotta get a new mic. I like the Rode, so I'll get the Rode NT USB Plus. Figured, hey, why not get an upgrade? The difference between a condenser and a dynamic. A condenser will pick up everything around it, where a dynamic microphone tries to only pick up what it's pointed towards. One day, using the Rode NT USB Plus, I had just finished my recording, and it was raining out. Guess what happened? I go to my recording, and there's rain in the background. I was so mad, because I had to go back and record like half an hour. I literally went on Amazon, ordered a Shure, and I gotta say, I was very satisfied with it, but I still upgraded again to the SM7B, and very happy about that decision.
It's $100. And we've got me, Wendy, and Muda, so...
you don't have Muda for long.
You know, just to be fair.
He's not on this episode, and he won't be on the following episode. Okay, look at this next setup. I want to say that this one is better than the last one. Don't get me wrong, it's still distracting, but it's a lot better. But that avatar, right in front of the screen, buddy, come on! Let people watch the full video.
We changed in the donation goal. It went from 300 to 200.
Because Mr. Muda left.
I thought that I was going to be buying a mic for Muda, but he has said that he does not want to be a part of the Wranglers anymore either, which is fine.
Now it's down to 2.
I wish Stingy nothing but the best. Wish them nothing but good vibes in the future. But regardless, that changes our goal. It's a little bit lower now.
Oh man, I cannot wait to show you what was going on behind the scenes.
200 to get us both a decent mic. The second order of business, I already put the vote up, but as you can see, we are choosing a new name for the channel, and we wanted you to be a part of that.
Wasn't there somebody that used to have hang?
Oh yeah, here they are referencing Strays. Every time he went after somebody for all the stuff they were doing, and they DFE'd, he would have a picture of their avatar.
Dead bodies on their side. You remember that?
Yeah, I sure do remember that. Yeah,
I remember that. I saw it a couple of days ago.
from that set. It's really crazy.
Dude, we're kind of to the point now where we're just...
Oh, there you can see my media player.
And you laugh.
Yeah, for some reason when I downloaded this, I don't know what was going on, but it downloaded as a file, like a notepad file. I don't know how to explain it. And the only thing that opened it was the legacy Windows media player. I could not 2 times this. I had to listen to these in full.
Without focusing on any particular subject like locales or anything.
Oh yeah, let me tell you what they're doing right now. Right now, they are streaming themselves reacting to YouTube Shorts. Who does this? Who wants to watch this? I was literally watching this more entertained by the shorts themselves than these people commentary.
We'll definitely be touching on some bases every now and then, because I still love Cobes and his fucking food hacks, and god damn it, if Blade ever comes back and starts drinking, I'll be damned if I miss that.
Oh, you did miss that, Mr. CJ. You definitely missed that. So they started a new show. It was called AI something. And again, they just watched AI videos, TikTok videos, and shorts.
What a person! Nah, but in reality, there's so much funny shit out there to be looking at, and we all have other interests outside of the fucking locale world.
Yeah, we've been pigeonholing ourselves for a long-ass time.
Almost 2 years, dog.
Yeah.
It's almost 2 years. I'm ready to fucking look at some other shit. I feel like the locale world hasn't gone anywhere since we started.
Yeah, we literally started this saying, okay, we're going to do the locale stuff at the beginning, and then we're going to move on.
Okay, let me say something about 2 years for a podcast. If I did this for 2 years straight, and it was not getting any views, I'd probably say, hey, you know what? Time to hang up the reins. If I was doing this weekly, and it wasn't getting any views after a couple of months, no, that would be it. I don't know how these people did it for so long.
You know, I said this on All Right Aussie Radio, but I think it bears repeating for the audience. If you're gonna enter my community...
Oh, this is good. This is one of the best things CJ has ever said. This is just a straight up threat.
That's right, I said it.
My community.
And you're gonna be, you know, intertwined. I'm gonna look into you.
Watch out, guys. CJ's on the case.
Leave. I have eyes and ears everywhere. If you're hiding something, I will find out.
Is this guy for real?
If you are scared right now, you probably should be scared.
I never understood why people will go on a microphone and become some internet tough guy. Like, what are you thinking doing this? The only time I've ever seen somebody do it correctly is Yuva Bull. He's the guy who made Blood Rain, the Far Cry movie. A lot of people say, yeah, Uwe Boll makes his movies bad on purpose. They're terrible. And I don't think that's true. I think he's just like a crazy guy who has an idea on what he wants to make. He gets a video game tie-in that he has to do a movie for, and he says, yeah, I'm going to do my own thing. But if people say to him, hey, I think your movies are terrible, he will challenge you to box, and he will actually box you. He's not going to say it behind a microphone and then run away the first chance somebody says, yeah, I'll do it. But here CJ is acting like he's Tony Soprano.
If you're not, maybe you should be. If you're just a homie chillin', hey, welcome in. So, are you ready, chat? I'm gonna actually gloat a little bit. I am actually kind of proud of this art piece, okay?
Oh, let's see this art piece. I could not believe this. Here's the backstory for this. A guy named Cyan Top Hat said, hey, you know what? There are a lot of artists in the lolcow community. I'm gonna get them all together, and we're gonna draw Cobes in different universes like they did in Invincible. Now, I think that's a pretty cool idea. Combat Johnson's idea was, hey, I'm gonna do KKK Cobes. And here he is saying, yeah, I am very proud of this drawing. So my first thought was, oh, okay, he's showing off Invincible, the art they did for that whole 12 different marks comic. No, this is supposed to be King Cobra JFS in a KKK outfit.
So Cyan's piece, Cyan's art project is Cobes across the universe, across the multiverse. And it's in reference to a panel from the comics of Invincible, where they show the 16 main multiverse copies of Mark. He asked us to draw copies of Cobes from across the multiverse. And I decided that because one of the versions of Mark is wearing a mask that is very similar to a mask that KKK members used to wear, I would draw Cobes in a universe where he's a KKK member.
This just looks like Invincible. There's no downplaying it.
Cobes. If you don't know Jupiter had the pony, what else don't you know?
Oh yeah, so this is what I referenced earlier about the card game. If you don't know Jupiter had the pony, what else don't you know?
How fucking stupid are you for
okay, excuse me?
Without knowing.
How fucking stupid are you? I know a lot about Chris Chan, but you know what else I can say? There's also a lot of Chris Chan stuff I don't know. That would be like me questioning CJ saying, hey, Combat Johnson, I got one for ya. What was the reason Chris Chan missed Pancake Day? And then if he didn't know, which I don't think most people would, saying, how fucking dumb are you? How can you be a lolcow streamer if you don't know this basic stuff? Like, come on.
The goddamn thing.
I'm not joking when I say that was the highlights of 4 of their episodes. I have never seen anything like it. Again, CJ thought he deleted it all, but thankfully I was on the case. No, I've been planning this segment out for like months now. Ever since it started getting really good, I said, you know what? I gotta make sure I miss nothing. Alright, now that we have that out of the way, we can get to another good part. Well, do you remember this thumbnail, No Rest for the Wranglers emergency stream, Sickos? Well, that clip came from that stream. The main topic was them going over a Twitter artist by the name of Yellow-Throated Warbler for doing fat fetish art, and some of them had My Little Pony characters that were minors. Cyan Top Hat messaged CJ saying, hey, you know what, man? If you want, I will make a full edited video for you about the topic. And CJ said, yes. Well, Cyan ended up making that video. Well, after Cyan made that video, it turns out in his own Discord server, it had a not safe for work section. That was filled with a bunch of fetish art itself, and CJ decided he was going around telling people it was CSAM. Now, some of those pictures were posted on the forums, and I'm going to say this right now, from what I saw, nothing was even remotely like that. And so then CJ started messaging everybody that he knew saying that. Now, this post here comes from Garlic Mayo on the Kiwi Farms. It's a very good rundown on what happened. Part 2, Combat Johnson. Combat Johnson, in his 30s, aka CJ, is a close friend and ally of Tubi. Now, Tubi is another Kiwi tuber. She used to do a show called Digression Session, that is now long gone, also DFE'd. She started messaging the White Bowser, trying to get into his inner circle. She had some idea like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna get all this information on him. Personally, I'd say, do not engage, stay away. But that's the rundown on her. He runs the channel at Combat Johnson and the Twitter at Combat Johnson. He's also in some way associated with the YouTuber Club Doom. What Club Doom doesn't realize is that Combat has talked shit about him many times and will snake him at any opportunity. I believe that 100%. He threw every single... We're gonna see some posts soon of him throwing everybody that is connected to him under the bus. Combat is also a cuck. His girlfriend, who will not be named, don't worry CJ, I won't name her either, has another partner, lol. He enjoys wearing dresses and makeup, and frequently has public freakouts, including that result in him screaming at the top of his lungs, especially at work. What? Who screams at work? How do you get into an argument at work where you're screaming your lungs out? Combat. CJ. Why? But here's the real interesting part. Something some of you might already be familiar with. A person named Cyan Top Hat was involved in an art server where not safe for content was shared. Combat Johnson was also in this server. Now you might assume, okay, so Cyan posted not safe for work art randomly, which disgusted Combat and caused him to call Cyan out. But here's the thing, the server was clearly stated to be 18 plus only. Combat knew this and still shockingly backstabbed Cyan, pretending like he had no involvement in anything that happened there. You know why CJ backstabbed Cyan too? Because like everybody else, Cyan Top Hat just said, you know what, you're too much, I cannot handle you. Now let me pull up this screenshot of Cyan and CJ talking. Now to preface this, if you remember, Combat Johnson earlier said, "Oh, I'm boycotting this card game, I am done with it." But he didn't do it on his own account, he did it on the Wrangler's account. Alright Stingy, he did a stream and he said, "No, listen, I do not agree with CJ doing this on the Wrangler's account. That should have been done on his own." Personally, I think it was a pretty reasonable thing to say, hey, if you're gonna do this, do it on your own account, don't drag other people in. And we're gonna see CJ dragging other people into other fights too. I wasn't going to stream tonight, but this was fun. Was it Stingy? Was chucking your friend under the bus over a card game fun? That's the last I'm saying about it. I'll see you when I see you. Jesus, Combat, calm down. He didn't throw you under the bus. He wanted to make things clear. Please calm yourself. No, he wanted to distance himself from me. Period. This is 100% about optics over a card game. Combat Johnson will literally fly off the handle over nothing. And then he will drag in other people to die on that hill with them. And if they say, no, I don't agree with you, he loses it and has a meltdown in DMs like this. If he wanted that, he wouldn't have been nice to you and said things like, I still love my friend. Okay, man, I'll see you when I see you. Now, if you remember, I said earlier, CJ was messaging everybody that he knew saying, hey, you know what? You need to block Cyan. And he got this 2B person to message Major Chilla. Just wanted to thank you again for giving me a chance regardless of mine and CJ's actions on Twitter. Buddy, when you first messaged me, I almost blocked CJ before I read it because I was already done, lol. You was always good. Seeing him try to beef with Tuffy from what I can only assume is jealousy and ego was the final straw for me. But I was done when he tried to ruin Muda's and Stingy's friendship with Lemur, since that's a great connection for them. And he just tried to piss it away because he felt like it, I guess. The way he approached Tuffy was absolutely horrible and generally everything. It's really sad for me that this ended the way it did. Luckily, I managed to get your contact before you blocked him. He also told me that I'd be wasting my time talking to you, but I didn't believe that. He's still pissed at you for a live stream you guys did. Major Chilla says, I knew it, lol. So here's the background story for this. Major Chilla brought a no-name live streamer with 92 subscribers onto a stream. On that stream, Major Chilla made like $600 or $700. In the DMs with Major Chilla, Combat Johnson says, oh man, you deserve all the money. But behind the scenes, he was saying, Major Chilla fucking snaked me, I deserve half of that money. When no, I've gone on other people's streams before, and you know what? I don't expect any money from it. If you are a YouTuber and you go onto another YouTuber stream, the benefit of that is you go on and you get exposed to people who might not have seen you before. If you have 92 subscribers and you go onto a channel with say 30,000, that is how you grow. Oh, another thing, Combat Johnson's mic kept glitching out. He was peaking, it was terrible, and he had to get kicked from the stream. Bro, I'm so sorry. I'ma fix that, and you're the first guest on. None of that was your fault. Combat Johnson saying, yeah, that was my mic, not yours. Dude, they treated me so fucking well. Your net was smacking you in the face. Nothing you can really do about that. Bro, I almost gave up. They donated $600+. Bro, I wish you was on the whole thing. I would have split it with you. You deserve it all. Yeah, that's Combat Johnson right there in writing saying, yeah, you deserve all the money. Let me pull up the second conversation. Why would I pay them for nothing, lol? Hell, I never even promised it. I just told him that I made $700 that stream. Why would I give that to them when they never spoke? Oh my god, they never even talked? That is unbelievable. Lamau, they never spoke? Not once. Maybe they got a sentence out, but for real, I almost ended the stream because of how bad the audio was when he was up. CJ told me he was there for the first 10 minutes. Could you imagine wanting to split $700 for a 10-minute appearance? What is up with this guy? And I forget, bro, it was audio problems because his ass was peaking. I memory holed that shit and thought it was the same old problems I normally have. The mic shit was literally his fault. Meanwhile, he is bitching to me about you being greedy like Mr. Krabs. Like, bro, what? Oh, I have not streamed with anyone else in a long time, but again, if they made money off of it, it's like, yo, that's awesome. That's crazy. He hated me because of his own damn problems. And for real, I thought it was because of how my streams normally go. His downfall is literally just because of him. Now, Cyan knew, hey, if they're going to Major Chilla, they're probably going to other people too. So one of them was Club Doom. These are the DMs between them. Hey Doom, sorry to be writing you again. I really don't want to bother you, but as you know, I'm working with Chinchilla, and he told me people associated to CJ contacted him and tried to make me look bad and get him to stop working with me. Now you mentioned that multiple times, people hit you up regarding me, and I know CJ has contacted with you. I would like to kindly ask if you could share with me who contacted you regarding me, because unfortunately, I have reasons to believe that CJ, despite being in their mid-30s, can't stop acting like a high schooler and just fucking drop it. Apologies for my vulgarity, I broke up contact with CJ a few days ago because I'm also tired of being dragged into stupid drama and shit, and they were not happy about it, so that's why I'm asking you. Now, sorry, I cannot do a Club Doom impression, my voice is not that deep. I'm not upset with you or anyone over this. I think the whole thing is over-exaggerated. I just feel it's my responsibility to at least keep myself and my camp from being involved in what I think could end up as another Bubbo situation. So when I hear people are playing with fire like a constant drama and Discord servers with a not safe for work channel, the same thing I've heard countless other creators get into messy situations for, yeah, I'm concerned. But yeah, as far as I know, CJ trying to move on. Now I can't blame Club Doom for this. You saw what happened with Zippity, Cow Wrangler, and that Vega guy earlier. Zippity was shouted out by Smokey MCC, Wrangler was on Too High for Stupid, and Smokey was in Vegas chats. Then all of a sudden, all that stuff comes out. It looks horrible on everyone, even the people that didn't know. So I'm not gonna fault Club Doom on trying to be safe, but honestly, he should have cut CJ out first. No, CJ, for a matter of fact, not trying to move on, especially when he's asking other people to contact Chilla and ruin my image, just because I wanted to leave me alone. Sorry, I know you don't care about that, but man, the fact you were comparing my situation to Bubbo, despite knowing me and not even asking for details, is disheartening. You absolutely jumped the gun on me, man. I hope you can admit to that after I clean my image. Sorry, I hope I didn't come across as an asshole. I'm just sad about this. That was everything. Take care. Of course, I don't mean know me IRL, but you should know me well enough that I would never ever allow illegal shit on my server or support sicko shit. I was not expecting you to sweep for me, but I was expecting a bit more trust. Normally, it's innocent before proven guilty, not the other way around. Man, I know you were looking out for yourself, but this was just, I can't even find the words for it. Look, it doesn't matter anymore. Club Doom then responded, you're right about that. It should be innocent before proven guilty. But after 2024, we both know that's not how things work in this sector. And that's why it's playing with fire. And it really is playing with fire too. If you were in the lolcow community for a long time, you probably remember back 2023, everybody knew everyone was in everyone's chats, but then that Zippity stuff started. And this is probably the best kept secret of the KiwiTuber community, I don't think most people know about it, but as more and more stuff started coming out about these people, and Strace was one of the only people talking about it, what did they do? They all blocked him, they all doubled down, and it wasn't until the straw broke the camel's back that every KiwiTuber that was still promoting them, still talking to them, just silently distanced themselves. People who wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, they're the ones who ended up looking bad. So that is why I always say, if you're going to be a KiwiTuber, just do your own thing. Unless you really know somebody, you are, as Doom said, playing with fire. Now, Cyan tried to prove his innocence to Club Doom again. That's because CJ was going around using alts, trying to talk about CJ, including one using Cyan's name. Please show this to Doom. I am 100% sure I was set up. It's proof that CJ is malicious, and that's exactly what I wanted Doom to see. Doom responded, I don't know if it changes much. At the end of the day, shit wouldn't be an issue if bro hadn't had a not safe for work server he was posting Sonic porn in. I can also agree with that. If you're gonna run a Discord server, never ever have that sort of stuff in it. It is just a recipe for disaster. Now, Cyan did say why it was in there. He said he was in a voice call with other people in the server. They were drunk, going on DeviantArt, looking for the most fucked up stuff they could find and laughing at it. I honestly don't think he's lying about that, but again, you need to remember, anything you post can and will be used against you. Now, unfortunately for CJ, this all backfired on him. People found out what a snake he was getting talked about on the KiwiTuber thread, and he would then post this. Everyone, I don't know how else to say this other than it's over. Combat Johnson and Autistic Illuminati are going on a permanent hiatus. No wondering when to go? Did he leave too, I wonder? I actually wonder that. Will we be back? I don't know. I would love to come back, but with the current standing of the community and the recent attacks on me, I have no choice but to step away from this, at least for now. I'm extremely sorry to all of you, and so thankful for all the good times we had. I'll still be around on the server, but as of now, the show is on hiatus. Well, it's not on hiatus anymore because they actually deleted the channel, the Twitter, everything. But surprisingly, that was not it, because we would find out a couple things going on behind the scenes. Back in April, Combat Johnson decided he was going to go after somebody else, that being the Leaping Lemur. So if you remember, at the time, Tofiachu was in a carjacking that went wrong, and her brother Chu, got shot in the head. She had started a GoFundMe saying, "Hey, I'm looking to get my brother buried. Could you people please donate?" Leaping Lemur said, "Hey, you know what? I've made all this money off of Toph talking about her. I'm going to donate her some money." A lot of people did not like that. They said, "Hey, if you're going to donate this money, do it to a shelter. Do it to something else. Do not give it to Tofia. She's going to waste it." And we found out she did waste it. She went to a casino, if you remember. And so Combat Johnson decided he was going to say his mind. This is coming from the dude that got bullied into saying you were going to donate to said GoFundMe because you couldn't stand behind what you said. Be quiet. Leaping Lemur, somehow being more mature than the man in his mid-30s he's speaking to, replied with, "The internet is a confusing place, and you should know that more than anyone. We get shit all the time for things we can't control. I did what I thought was right at the moment, which I still think was. I never donated to Tofia and donated to a homeless shelter." But the battle did not end there, because CJ then went into Leaping Lemur's DMs to keep it going. Let me pull this up right here. Oh, this is a long one. In the DMs, Leaping Lemur said, "I did the right thing in the end, never donated to Tofia, and never went back on what I said. I said it was the wrong time, and it was too harsh. Yeah, I guess, bro, I just don't think it's anything to get mad over, lol. We have a lot of the same homies, and none of them shared the same sentiment as you. Now remember that." Leaping Lemur says, "Yeah, we all have the same friend group, and nobody else has had this issue like you." Combat Johnson replied, "Except they do. I'm just the loud one." Combat Johnson dragged everyone else in the Wrangler server into this drama with Leaping Lemur. Now, according to All Right Stingy, that was actually the reason he left the Wranglers. He posted this in their server, "Fuck it, nuked time. The reason why I left the Wranglers was so much earlier on episode 77, and I didn't really want to be a part of this group and associate. Combat was fighting with Lemur. Oh, because Lemur said, 'I told you so,' brings out some bogus information because use bad wordings. Well, he was going through a massive crowd hate. Naturally, I DM'd Combat when I see these public foods. Well, I guess it must be a spelling mistake. How do you know this information? Because I know for a fact you donated to the woman's homeless charity, not Toph." He did say the wrong words, but then corrected it. The other two homies, Wendy and Muda, didn't say a single thing in the group chat. I was the only one telling Combat Johnson they were in the wrong and that you shouldn't start a fight for absolutely no reason. Now, I can agree with that. What do you gain from starting random fights online? Just live life in peace, that's it. I wake up the next day after thinking the situation settled. I get a text message from private DMs from Leaping Lemur and Combat Johnson. CJ saying the entire group agrees with them. As soon as I saw that message, I instantly private DM'd to Muda, "I am leaving the group." Now, CJ, and I don't know what he was thinking, he decided he was going to message Strace about this. This is what you get for betraying me, fucker. Now, see that username, Cyan Top Hat 2.0? That's not Cyan. That is Combat Johnson, pretending to be him for some reason. I really do not understand why he hates the guy so much. But here he is, porn bombing Strace, trying to get him to go after Cyan. Now, Strace actually responded to this on the Kiwi Farms. "Free Londo, null. I was at work and then went straight to bed yesterday because it was a 12-hour shift, but he pussied out. I don't know what the fuck is happening either. I'm not at the wheel with this one. This is 100% pure organic meltdown with no Kiwi involvement." Which is true. The KiwiTuber thread literally just archived this, and CJ thought he could use it as a weapon. Well, ending this off, and CJ decided he was going to make Cyan Scat Hat a Twitter account, trying to keep this fight going on for months, and so this is in November. Now, this is the fake. Roses are red, violets are blue. Don't smell your fingers after touching the poo. Now, from the real Cyan Top Hat, this makes it the third time you pretended to be me. First, during a Rogue stream. Second, when you tried to get me in trouble with the farms. You say I can't move on, but you're the one doing this. Do what you want, I just know this won't make your life any less miserable, CJ. Yeah, that first message. So, there's a YouTuber named Rogue Internet Man. CJ went into his chat with this fake account posting this. This is a response from the fake. Just let me try you one more time. I swear, this time you'll believe me. I workshopped my narrative to seem more pathetic and definitely didn't change my story to be a victim. Don't mind all the people I'm throwing under the bus of my own actions because I'm the victim, it's fine. Now, from the real Cyan Top Hat. What was that you said? You can crash out all you want, but it's only me you will please. Well, it pleases me to see you crash out, CJ, especially after I found out what you accused me of sharing. CSAM. Was gonna put this one on the farms, but I can't access, so here. Now, this is Combat Johnson saying, firstly, Rubber didn't pull a zippity because he didn't get caught following a minor. I understand the circus tent reference, but they are not the same. Secondly, I'd say what Cyan did is worse. Rubber wasn't sharing CSAM. Now, not reading out CJ's cringy response, we're gonna skip to the next one. Now, the Cyan explaining what happened. I posted cringy fetish art in a drunken call thinking it was funny. I took accountability for my mistakes more times than I can count, and you couldn't admit to even one. But that's okay, CJ. I know that admitting your wrongs doesn't pay the rent like spreading your cheeks does. Sorry, Cyan, but CJ did not, in fact, pay his rent doing that. CJ spread his cheeks for Steam games. Now, from CJ, I don't know what's funnier, you thinking I want your attention or you desperately trying to get my— What? Is this a joke? So you are literally LARPing as another man, trying to get his attention. And now that you finally got it, it is in fact you who is trying to get my attention. I wish I could say that I find it funny how you always want to have the last word, but it's actually sad, especially after seeing the way you live in that tiny apartment, how you had to beg for money online, and how you resorted to making OnlyFans content where people could see your smelly dick. So you wanting to have the last word is literally the only thing you have left in your life that gives you some degree of satisfaction because everything else about your life is a joke. So have your last word, or words in your case. The only people that will be listening to you are the Kiwi Farms, and even then, they will eventually get bored of you. Have fun screaming into the void, CJ. And ever since then, we have not heard from Combat Johnson. Honestly, that dude needs to take a break from the internet. He has lost his mind. I don't think I've ever covered somebody like him before. He entered a Discord group, became a moderator, somehow, I really don't know how, and he thought that could be his launch pad to I don't even know what. Oh, let me say this right now. He is lucky that he never made any YouTube fame, because if he did, he would have had a crash out or something that made Lemur look like a joke. Again, I think he's actually left the internet. If he has, that's very good and the best thing for him. But with that, that is the end of our Combat Johnson segment. Oh, that was a long one, but we still got a little bit left to go in this one. So moving on to mystery segment number 2, and we have Mark and Young Will. What happens when a couple of internet tough guys that have spent years doing life ruination on innocent people, their grandparents, and even minors get a fraction of the harassment they've done to other people? They run away and hide. That's where we get Mark's the Noob and Cinemas. Oh, look at these big boys. These people went around harassing everyone they found for the pettiest reasons you could imagine. And Big Mark has been talking a lot of shit about me for the last few years, so I figured this will be my rebuttal. These people have wanted to make me a target for the sin of being against Ethan Ralph, the rage pig, who doesn't pay his child support, assaulted a female officer, was caught on camera abusing his wife. He has absolutely nothing to do with his kids. He has snaked everybody that he's ever been associated with, but these two are friends with him, and Young Will, in particular, is actually a mod for his streams. Another good reason, I'm associated with the card game. What's that? I talked about the card game Curse earlier, but I think the main reason is because I would have nothing to do with them. Now, before we get into the segment, why don't we see what these two are like, shall we? What kind of things do they talk about on stream?
So if you want to cry about...
So, fun fact, this is about someone named Tyler BSR. Somebody on a server that they're going to name took pictures of Tyler BSR when he was 15 and edited it into CSAM. Why don't we hear them laugh about it?
Whoa, these people had a picture of me when I was morbidly obese at 17 years old. I mean, maybe think back to who you had like as your mod role.
A Black RG said he would edit them onto gay porn too. I saw that.
Are you for real? So here they are saying, Yeah, people took pictures of you as a minor, and now they're gonna blame him for it.
At once and flipped out and was like, why the fuck is this getting posted? Fucking spoiler that. Like,
spoiler that. As you can see here, Mark sees CSAM in a Discord server he's in, and he doesn't say, what the fuck is that? You're out of here, and then go after the person like he does regular people. No, he says, put that behind a spoiler, buddy. What the fuck?
I remember Yam posting shit like that.
Yeah, he just named the guy Yam, and he's gonna name him again in the second clip, and he does not care.
All the time.
Why was Yam making pictures of you with, like, dicks when you were 15? Isn't that child porn?
Yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is. Did you hear that properly? I think the better question is, why are you in a server that was hosting and producing that? I think I can speak for pretty much anybody listening to this that's absolutely sick. This guy wants to go around saying, oh, I hate sickos, I hate sickos. Meanwhile, his friends are doing that. Now, like I said, that was about somebody named Tyler BSR. He used to be big in the Cyrax community. Those clips I just showed you have been making the rounds recently. Let me show you his response.
I don't know if you come back, how, I mean, what would you...
Oh yeah, sorry, I should probably give a bit more pretense. So, back in January, these guys got doxxed, and to my knowledge, they were told to stay away. I'm not exaggerating this at all when I say they have gone after hundreds of people. You say something they don't like on a Reddit thread? Oh, I'm gonna dox you and do life ruination. You say something in a YouTube comment? The exact same thing. They would send door knocks to people's houses, try to ruin their lives, threaten them, and they even extorted people out of money. But then in January, when the roles were reversed, guess what happened? They ran away. Their original plan was, hey, you know what? We're just gonna lay low for 2 weeks and then come back when we're irrelevant. I've heard that word a couple of times. But then something horrible happened. A man named Bill Chaffin, he was on Marty's streams a lot back in the day. You might remember him more as the man who sang N-Word Island. He got a door knock from somebody looking for a free laptop that he saw on Craigslist. Bill was not actually giving away a laptop. It was something somebody else put up. Well, this guy pulled out a gun on him and then bashed Bill's head in with a door. Cinemas, or Young Will, then streamed himself laughing about it, trying to change the story saying it was actually a black woman named Shaniqua. As if that wasn't bad enough, Bill was then made to rub literal shit into his wound from a manure bag they sent him, and that was the final straw. Then a Reddit user going by the name of Responsible Code started uploading their doxes one by one. He started out with a rap video made by Young Will, who immediately privated everything, took down his streams, privated his Twitter, everything. After that, his home address got doxed too, and guess what? The man who had sent door knocks and all this other shit to other people's houses then put this up on his door. Not ring for sale. Can you write? This is the same man who thought that other people putting signs on their door was a sign of weakness, doing the exact same thing. And get this, someone who could dish it out, couldn't take it, and sent his mommy, who he lives with, to fight his battles for him and answer the door. As his E-Daddy, Ethan Ralph would say, sad, pathetic. Now let's get back to this Tyler video, now that we've got more on this story.
Say, I think the fact now that, even when Mark's got doxxed, this guy disappeared.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, we got to talk about Mark, too. So not long after Young Will got a taste of his own medicine, so did Mark. And it turns out he's a 42-year-old with a criminal record that lives off welfare. And if that wasn't bad enough, he also has 2 convicted pedophile uncles, one of which, Mark, in a picture at a family Christmas dinner, has his arm around the pedophile uncle, smiling. Again, somebody who claimed, I hate sickos, I hate these people, laughing it up with one. We'll get back to him soon, but let me finish up this Tyler video first.
Because he's not confident being the barking dog that he once was.
No, he's not. You make videos he doesn't like? Oh, you better believe he would try to find you. But the moment his address is out there, it all stops.
Now that there's a name attached to him. They've sent door knocks for years now. And by they, we're talking about specifically Cinemas and Marks here. I don't know about the others. They've sent door knocks for years now. And I know why he won't come around, right? He can stay away for all I care, but he's literally, he's not going to come around because people are going to question them. Why are you pictured next to your pedophile uncle?
Yes, exactly what I said. Mark had his arm around his pedophile uncle with the biggest smile on his face.
With a big smile on your face. I think that's one of the main questions I want to ask him if he were to come back. Along with the fact, he claimed that there was CP being made of me.
Yeah, we just saw that clip
of younger pictures of me, in which I've never seen. I wouldn't want to see that. I don't know who's making that. It's fucking disgusting. You claimed that was happening, but instead of telling people don't post the CP, you're going around saying that as long as you put a spoiler over it, it's okay. I think that's pretty fucking weird, honestly. you literally, what you claim, right? Younger pictures of me being put on porn. You've seen that, and the first thing that you think is put a spoiler over it, not to, hey, remove that, don't post it again, get the fuck out of my community, we don't want that here. The fact that you were trying to blame me for that too.
Yes, again, we literally just saw. Mark said, why were people making these pictures of you? You had literally no issue with that. I don't know how he can return.
Like you're trying to blame me for something that realistically I would be the victim of.
And had no involvement in either. Let me tell you this right now, there was absolutely no line Mark would not cross. Now this comment comes from somebody called JK Productions. When he was 17, he made a Cyrax iceberg video. Mark saw that and decided, yeah, this is enough for me to go after this guy. Let me read this out to you. I was 17 and Mark's trying to look into my family and try to find my info because of my iceberg video. He was trying to find a 17-year-old's information. Now let me ask you something. Who does that? And he thought that was funny. I'm sure that we've all seen videos we don't like, but guess what? We don't do this. Now, like I said prior, the moment his information came out, he just ran away. Even after saying, yeah, if my information ever comes out, I'm a fighter. I'm going to stick it out. Well, no, on his last stream, this is actually divine comedy. I don't think you can explain it any other way. Will this be the final episode? I think it is. I have never seen a bigger liar and hypocrite in my life. After Marty died, he tried to say, you know what? Me and Marty, we were best friends the entire time. In fact, I helped him grow the Cyrax content from the beginning. Well, guess what? William Gloryhole, N-Word Boy, Tyler BSR, and CIA Hole, all people who are confirmed there from pretty much the start, they all said that's not true. And what was it Mark said? Oh, well, you know what? I've got the proof, but I'm not going to show it. What a liar. When he thought that he couldn't be touched, he was like Ethan Ralph online. Oh, I'm going to get you. I'm going to ruin your life. But as William Gloryhole said, no, Marks is a coward to the core. These people are snakes and will go after anybody, no matter how well they've been treated. N-Word Boy was literally nothing but nice to them, and that wasn't enough. I think it was last summer, N-Word Boy did a drunk stream, and they came in trying to target him. Prior to this, for like 2 years, N-Word Boy was supporting them, promoting them, and more. He was in their chats, telling people they're not that bad. And the fact that he made videos on Cyrax meant he was a target because they wanted to take over making Cyrax content. And N-Word Boy is a literal saint. I've never had a bad interaction with him. In fact, last year, he came to my channel after we haven't spoken for like a year, and he actually warned me that there were gay ops going on and I might be targeted. And knowing what I know now, it was 100% about them. Again, this happened back in February, and they have been absolutely silent. And you know what? I think I might know why. I like to call this picture Actions Have Consequences, Pimp. This is the cyberstalking laws in Rhode Island in particular. Cyberstalking is transmitted as any communication by computer or other electronic means for the sole purpose of harassing them and or their families. Who does that sound like? The definition of harassment is the same here as it is under the stalking statute described above. Potential penalties if convicted of cyberstalking in Rhode Island. Cyberstalking is considered a misdemeanor under Rhode Island law and upon conviction carries a maximum penalty of 1 year on prison and or a fine of $500 or both. So after years of doing this to hundreds of people, guess what? All it takes is one to come out and say, hey, this happened to me, I have the proof. And somebody gets a misdemeanor. But guess what happens if 2 people do it? Any subsequent cyberstalking is a felony, punishable by up to 2 years in prison and or a fine not exceeding $6,000. The law is unbelievably clear on this, and these people, these 2, went around streaming it, bragging about it, and admitting it. They are dead to rights. And there's so much more I could talk about too. They would always complain how people were flagging their channels, but guess what? Cinema's rap video came out and he flags that down immediately. If they had an issue with you, they wouldn't just take it up with you. It would be your parents, your grandparents, your extended family, minors, and anyone else connected to you. And Marks, in particular, said, Denim needs to do more fact-checking. Well, how about this? I did some fact-checking for this, and I saw you're on child support. This dude will stream for 11 hours a day. There is no way he has a job, and there is no way he takes care of that kid. Get your life together. I remember something Marty said about Cyrax. He said, how is his life any different than a kid on summer vacation? Well, I think some other people are in the exact same situation, and after everything they've done, they still think they can come back. On the KiwiTuber thread on the forums, Mazetic said, when Cinema's docs first dropped, he thought he was just going to lay low for 2 weeks until he's irrelevant and come back. Well, guess what? That thread has almost 300 pages since. There are people clipping your streams, and every time you admit to a crime, they will post that, along with a timestamp, on the stream. You literally have the Eye of Sauron on you. I wish I could credit who said this, but somebody on that thread said, yeah, you know who else I bet thought it was gonna blow over? Isabella Jenke. Just like Tyler said, if you ever come back, you're gonna have to answer a couple of questions. Why are you hanging out with a convicted pedophile? And why were you in a server where they were openly making CSAM? And if you think you can just start a new account and start out fresh, guess what? Here's another Marty quote for you. He thinks he's just gonna come back under a new name and get famous, and we're never gonna find out. No, that's not how it's gonna happen. Marty called you the barky chihuahua. He said you're like a dog when the postman comes. You just get a thrill from barking, getting mad. You opened the floodgates. You started this. If you didn't target all these people, none of this would have happened. And honestly, what else can I say about these two? They had no problem dishing it out, but the moment it came back to them, like a boomerang. You know what? I'm going to say this. When Mr. Medicare went up against Ethan Ralph, their E-Daddy, remember, on Boulder Stream Radio with Matt Jarbo, you know what he said to them? If you put it out there, it's going to come right back to you. And we just saw another incident of that. And with that, I think I'm done talking about these two. They have tried to get my attention for a while now, and here it is. So that's it for the main lolcow segment. It was a pretty long one, but we got through it. And now moving on to honorable mentions, and we're going to start out with Chris Chan, who got kicked out of a BronyCon. Oh, this is chaotic. Okay, no, I paused at a bad moment. You can't really see Chris Chan. I paused it again at a bad moment. Oh, I'm trying to get a zoom in shot. Alright, let's get a good look at Chris Chan, shall we? Alright, as you can see here, Chris Chan is wearing a white Power Ranger outfit, no mask, and a skirt. I don't remember that in Power Rangers. Do you guys... Oh, this is good. This is like something from a horror movie. Was that him? Yes, that was him. That was unmistakably Christian Weston Chandler. As of lately, we have not gotten many Chris Chan sightings outside of, say, the airport. I like to imagine the moment they realized Chris Chan was at that con, the organizers got together and said, we have a code red. Now, Chris Chan actually did respond to getting kicked out, but I don't think you want to hear everyone of Earth in this universe and timeline. This is the voice of Emmanuel, God of Gods, and the other various names made of me worldwide, speaking through my child, the prime of all, Jesus Christine Weston Chandler Sonichus. Oh, Sonichus is in here now too. Hear and heed my words, well and deep. Well, Chris Chan posted like 10 tweets, all like that, and I'm not reading all that. So that is it for our Chris Chan honorable mention. Moving on, and we have good old Ethan Ralph. On February 5th, Ethan Ralph announced he broke his knee. Or not broke, but he definitely tore a ligament or something like that. Can you tell which knee is trashed? It's the one on your right. See the little red mark below the kneecap? That's where I originally hit it last May. Yeah, Ralph got beat up in Colombia, and then never went to see a doctor, so he's gonna end up in a wheelchair. As if things couldn't get any worse for Ralph. Well, things might not have gotten too much worse, but on February 22nd, something pretty funny did happen. Now, if you remember, a drug lord in Mexico was killed, and people started posting on Twitter that Ralph did it. Hearing reports that Nemiso, okay, I can't read this, was taken out by DEA agent Ethan Ralph, who has been famous for operating in the Madeira region of Mexico. Cartel agents call him El Gunto. Breaking news. CNN just reported that, okay, again, I cannot read this. Oliver Rafael of the Mexican Policia Federal was the person responsible for the murder of the drug lord, aka El Mencho. And lastly, we have congratulations to the Ralph Retort, whose continued information from Madeira, Mexico is helping US and Mexican law enforcement fight cartels and directly help stopping El Mencho. Ralph is rightly scared of the cartels. He will go on stream, and if there's any mention of them whatsoever, he will say, nah, they're not real. That's just an American propaganda made to make Mexico look bad. Oh, what is his life? Man, I know right now he is hollering and hogging his way across the border a couple times. He was in Milwaukee just a couple of weeks ago. Now he's in Chicago. I swear, Ralph will go months with absolutely nothing happening. And then, out of nowhere, boom, boom, boom. Just multiple of the craziest things you ever heard happening at once. And like I said, this is a short honorable mentions. I don't really have too much else to say. I was going to do a tech and media segment talking about how Valve is getting sued. I think that's a little ridiculous. I think everyone's gotten to the point now where we say, hey, yeah, I understand if I buy a game off one platform, I need to buy the DLC off of it too. It's the same with Sony getting sued right now as well. I completely understand if I buy a console that's not Nintendo, I can't play the new Mario. But for some reason, a bunch of lawmakers who have probably never played a video game in their life have an issue with that. I was also going to talk about Smiling Friends getting cancelled. That's pretty upsetting. I think it's a pretty funny show. I've definitely enjoyed it, and it is leaps and bounds better than other stuff on television right now. But unfortunately, the creator said, hey, you know what? Unfortunately, we're kind of burnt out on this. We think if we keep going, there's going to be a loss in quality. And I guess nobody really wants that. They don't want to turn into the next Family Guy, but again, I really like that show. And it's sad to see it go. And that's it for your quick tech and media. Unfortunately, this episode is very late. Very late. It took me a lot longer to make, and it is currently March 29th as of recording. So, you know what that means? I do not want to end up in the same situation I just got out of, where I'm covering 2 months behind. So with that, I will see you guys later. Peace.